All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Small interruption, but we are back up running and live in the fight here at the Talking About Studio as Oscar Duarte and Fierro are having a banger of a fight, Justin. A banger of a fight.
Banger of a fight, it is.
Oscar Duarte just in this last round when we were off the air, rocked hard, looked like he was about ready to go down. But he is now still progressing forward in the middle of the ring here. Both fighters exchanging in the middle. Like I said, this is going to be the main theme of this whole card. Mexican slugfest. Two guys in there just banging it out.
Looks like Durate hit some fatigue.
He got rocked in the last round while we were down. He got it looked like he was ready to go. So this fight has kind of evened up here in the mid part of it. Good jabs being
That's that heart of
exchanged.
Fierro.
It's all because like as much as he lacked in the power, he was getting the placement on his punches to where he finally rocked Duarte. Good luck hook from Duarte. Another right hand followed up by
Yeah, when you
Fierro.
get right
Good
like that, it takes
exchange.
some of that power away.
That's what I was saying with the placement. If you're able to land on
Oh,
somebody's button, changes the whole fight.
yeah, this fight seems to be taking a
Oh,
turn.
back and forth they go in the center of the ring.
Oh, heavy shot.
Fierro really needs to capitalize on this opening that they have called out on the commentary. He's got Oscar Duarte kind of squaring up, walking into shots. That aggression's finally caught the best of him. Oh, another good right hand. Steps slightly out the way, Fierro does. On the ropes now is Fierro.
He's
Duarte.
getting back to the middle of the ring. That's where he's excelling.
hmm Yeah, he can't get trapped right here where Duarte can just lay on the wood for him.
But you could definitely see there that Durate he needs to recover
hmm
because his power's not hitting the same. He's getting caught now. That the fight took a turn.
Oh, bro. Once your brain rattles a little bit, bro, it's not going to be the same. Ears bleeding a little bit.
I don't know if you've ever been hit in the ear, man. But
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be cauliflowered for sure by the way it's busted up like that.
you get hit in the ear like that, it gets hot.
Robert Garcia in the corner. Big day of boxing here today. As Joseph mentioned earlier on the stream, we did go live for the Naoya Inoue victory over Junto Nakatani in a great fight, really good fight. I was highly entertained. It wasn't the slugfest like was said and built up to be, but it was still a great fight. Good right hand on that replay by Fierro.
This has been a really good fight.
Again, welcome in everybody that is jumping into the show as the numbers climb right back up to where we were. Be sure to like. Be sure to like and subscribe. Good thing nobody heard that because your audio's down, but like and subscribe to the show. As you know, we are here on at least a weekly basis as we are in the NBA playoffs. We will be reviewing the future series that come up later on here in the summer.
There's Game 7 going on.
Toronto. Right, Toronto and Cleveland, they're going to have a Game 7.
Wasn't Boston in a Game 7 today, too?
They are against the Sixers, which is crazy because they were up big and they let that one slip. Brown starts. Duarte goes back on the march, getting Fierro on the ropes.
Oh, wow. Just a quick update on that while we're here. The 76ers take down the Boston Celtics in Game 7, 109 to 100.
Wow.
What a shame.
Wow. With the way that Tatum came back and they looked super strong, for them to go down in 7 games in that series is insane.
What a shake of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, that changes it up.
Well, I think that realistically, though, you really didn't expect Boston to get that far.
I mean, but the tide turned for them.
Well, I thought.
Yeah, but going into the season, what Boston was expecting, I think you can't be too upset with where you ended up.
They had a strong start finish to the season, and then they started that playoff series looking dominant. I actually had them going. I thought it would be them versus Oklahoma City.
Yeah, very optional at the series, but now who knows?
Yeah, wow.
And as we did advertise, guys, we are covering tonight's fight. Justin and I will be breaking down what we project to be the Western Conference Finals between. Well, like I said, we're projecting the Thunder and the Spurs, which should be a great series if that does come to be.
Oh, y'all are projecting, not everybody the fuck else in
I
the
mean,
world.
off of what just
Something to
happened,
show.
the 76ers just lost to Boston. And we don't even know if we're going to make it there. What if LA takes down the Thunder?
That would be
Boston just lost.
Boston just lost to 76ers.
That's what I'm saying. Boston, with Boston just losing, we don't. There's no guarantee of
No.
who's going to make it.
I
Now.
mean, yeah, but if the Lakers were to beat Oklahoma City,
That's an upset.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not looking at that Boston series like an upset.
oh, I think that's an upset.
That's an upset.
Yeah,
That's
I
a big
think
time
if-
upset.
if
That's they were like even without Tatum, they were still a very high seed in the East.
they were the number 2 behind Detroit, right?
Yes,
No.
to me they
But
were.
anyways, back to this live fight chat. Fierro is really starting to work. Duarte looks like he has depleted his gas tank,
Yeah.
and he's gonna have to find a second win here. Is now he's just winging shots, and now Fierro is looking to have the more effective shots. As Fierro just ate a right hand, and now he's the one not being phased by the punches.
Yeah,
Yes, the out that he got rocked, man. I mean, it changed the whole landscape of the fight.
yeah. He
This
switched.
is a good old Mexican style clash.
Yeah, he switched over to surviving for that next round. Kind of just that energy got wore out on him.
I mean, even me as a more of a casual boxing fan, if you like combat sports, this is a fight for you.
This is a
I
great
mean,
fight.
this is a great fight.
This is a great fight.
It's what they call Mexican style. Roy Jones Jr. shown on the camera here,
Mr. Don't Blink himself.
Multi-division world champion.
pound for pound king of the '90s.
I think it's a really big moment for David, aren't they?
You know, I mean, you have to. You regardless of whether Canelo takes the date next year back or not, Canelo's got less ahead of him than David did.
Yeah.
You know, so you want to, much like Canelo, you want to establish that even though the top guy is still here, then he's the next in line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you have to do that because Canelo, there's not much time left.
Especially if he does finish out this ride of season deal with Turk El Sheikh. There's only 2 fights, and there's no telling how far he goes from there.
Yeah, and we'll talk about what's possibly next, what's down the line. You know, Turkey Al-Sheikh trying to draw the ire with some checks of Mr. Terrence Bud Crawford, and we'll see if how that goes. As Fierro now has drawn the fight back even. It is 4-4, according to Larry Hazard's unofficial scorecard. Again, very unofficial,
Yeah.
though I can kind of agree. And we got an even fight here, so we're in round number 9. And, you know, if it goes a distance, because both of these guys have been hurt, and they're both swinging like they're trying to end the fight, Justin. They look like they're trying not to leave the refs involved here.
Yeah, if it goes to decision, these last rounds are going to be everything. Because
He's only going 10, right? 10-round fight?
it's 12.
It's a 12 rounder.
12-rounder? See, but you can't have blows like this in that action. You got to be able, especially if you're a kiddo, you don't know how many rounds they really gave you up to the point where you turn it around. You got to take the rest of these rounds.
And now Duarte looks to have finally recovered just a little bit.
Body shot.
He's kind of picking back a good left hook there by Duarte.
Yeah, his body weight was much better than it was the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, and he sends Fierro back now.
But I still think Fierro needs to keep that center of the ring. That's where he's been excelling.
Yes.
That's where he's found the most success in this fight.
Can't play around on the ropes. That is correct.
See,
And
before
Fierro's still getting 4 or 5 punch combinations off as one drifts a little low from Duarte.
that's 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, Fierro looks a little hurt here.
Yeah, that one.
And
did
that
look
one
low.
hit. It hit him below, right on the belt line, if not right on the cup, and
Yeah.
he's backing up and he's feeling it. Still trying to fight off Duarte. And, you know, that's what happens when you get 2 pressure see is Fierro's a pressure fire, but he's a back foot pressure. Duarte has come forward pressure, and they're both just going to keep launching.
Absolutely.
As these guys have got to be in some great condition though, because they're just. I
Yeah,
mean, they've been throwing
they're gonna let
nonstop.
hands go.
That's what I'm worried. That's what I'm wondering about with Duarte is that even when Fierro was finding success in the middle of the ring, he was able to land the shot back on Fierro, and that would make him back up. Well, it don't seem like the shots are holding
Ooh,
the
good right hand.
same weight.
Very good shots
Yeah.
from
As
both
Justin
men.
says, that a good right hand now, right uppercut from Fierro answers back.
Yeah, they talked about the fight before this, setting the record for the most in the year. I'm pretty sure this is a close second right behind it, because these two men have been letting leather fly.
See, with that right hand that he landed in the earlier rounds, that was backing Fierro up to the corner. He's able to eat him. It looks like a little bit better. Like he's been in the exchanges the entire fight.
And they're talking to Zurdo Ramirez there in the back as he gets ready to defend his cruiserweight titles against David Benavidez. Getting the real B-side treatment for a champion, which is strange. Like, I know David Benavidez is the one that's been on pay-per-view and been on there, like he's the PBC's guy, but this is the champion here, and he's getting major B-side treatment. Not even an afterthought in his own fight.
The thing is, it's the level of champion you are. Obviously, David Benavidez is a higher level champion, but a win tonight for Zurdo, as they ask him if he feels disrespected about the treatment you were just mentioning. So let's see what he says here.
Says he's focused.
And there it is. He's going to let you know who's a real Mexican.
Yeah, and it's another one of those talking points people have brought up with the Mexican against the Mexican American rivalry going on here.
And that really reignited this year, which has led to me no longer. I've officially retired the Super Mex moniker. I'm not third world. So for the moment, you can refer to me as Jeebshausen. We start round 10 though,
Yeah, round
and
10.
Duarte already pushing Fierro onto the ropes here.
Yeah,
Fierro's got some bounce in his step though, as that was a good bounce back round for Duarte.
over
As
160 punches landed for both.
As the unofficial scorecard had 3 straight rounds in favor of Fierro. Duarte really needed that last round.
Mm-hmm.
We head to the final 3. This fight hangs in the balance, and I mean,
both of these guys. Now we're just getting into the heavier shots, singular shots. These guys are both spent. They've worn each other out from the start of the fight to now.
Yeah, I think if you're both their corners, you had to let them know that this fight you cannot be comfortable with what you've done so far.
Yeah, it's close, super close.
I mean, this thing could come down to the 12th round.
Absolutely, yes.
And it's been so even that, a draw is still on the table. Somebody's going to have to get a knockdown or something to really kind of put this thing away.
That is going to come into question, too, that knockdown that didn't count earlier.
That was big. And when we saw the replay, it was pretty close to, that was borderline.
Yeah. Not mad at the call for the ref, though, as it was just kind of, in the moment, it's really quick. We get the benefit of watching a replay where it's like, I don't know, but in that good right hook, left hand,
good shot,
sends Fierro on the back foot, and now Duarte looking to apply the pressure here. Fierro trying to box side to side.
Looks like he's ready to go in for the kill here. Like he's setting him up for the big shot to finish him off.
Good movement there from Fierro to get side to side, use the lateral movement, and then force the referee to break the action and get out of the way.
Yeah,
but now Duarte
a lot of good work
pinned him against the ropes again. But again, Fierro, a good boxer. He's not your traditional Mexican style. He's got good lateral movement, good side to side, and he boxes well off the back foot. He can apply pressure off the back foot.
Yes, but he's having a hard time here in the later rounds as he's gassed, trying to keep Duarte off of him.
Yeah, because in those 3 rounds that he won back to back, he was staying in the middle. Now he's starting to get back into the ropes where he's starting to back up.
Yeah, look, when he has space to move though, he's able to turn Duarte and keep him, which is what gave him problems when Duarte was stopped by Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
is the speed and the lateral movement.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely correct. As the round comes to an end here,
what do you got that round for, Lucas?
The red or the other shorts? Because it's your black. The red or the black? Red. Good call.
I think you're lying, man.
I think it would.
That's a Duarte rim. You say?
I don't know because I feel like over the last minute, Fierro took back over and
Yeah,
started
you can
boxing
call that
really well.
round even, really.
Even. That's why it's like
That's all
Justin.
right. Yeah.
Like why Justin brought up, it's super close, super close. So both these corners got to be telling them you need to take every round from here to the finish. And we're in those championship rounds now.
So this is that point where one big shot, one big moment could win you the fight.
Great
And
advice
now
from Rob.
Justin's fucking up the program here.
As we do remind you all in between rounds to like and subscribe to Talking About Radio here, youtube.com/Talking About Radio, and over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Talking About Radio. Like I said, we do go live on a weekly basis. Round 11 picks up here.
So see, but that's weird because Hazard, and this is the thing about Larry Hazard that I've always hated. Round 9 was a clear Duarte round, and he gave it to Fierro.
Given that last round.
So Larry Hazard has never been a favorite of mine when it comes to his scoring.
Definitely leaning to one side for sure.
Sorry about that. Everyone, my teenagers trying to steal my car.
Now, I don't have a problem with Duarte winning the last round.
I thought you were going to say you don't have a problem with her stealing his car.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got to give me a ride home. She does. I would.
Good boxing here, though, from Fierro. Using that space all over the ring. Making Duarte miss. Coming off those angles, using his jab quite well. Good pivoting feet. Also, Duarte just kind of following around here. Kind of not what you want to see.
Yeah,
You want to use more smart pressure.
Yeah.
put that on that side. Put the mic on the other side so it's not picking me up so much. I mean, put it closer.
Still in your car. You're not funny.
That's crazy. I think you were.
Yeah.
Jelly.
Teenagers, man.
Teenage Jelly, not a fan.
Teenage
As we
jelly.
pick it back up here in the fight. Yeah, really now these guys are kind of just going to slowly slug it out. They're pretty gassed. I don't think the home run's coming here.
I just think Vieto's getting more work done.
It's slow to his pace.
Yeah,
It's slow to his pace.
These are the rounds where you got to dig deep, finish it off. Because, I mean, it's going to be different.
He's able to work for sure and box a lot cleaner now. Duarte's not throwing as many punches as he was earlier. Kind of taking a breath here. See if he can come on strong in that last round. Of a great fight, though. Good fight.
Great fight. You see Duarte's his punches are coming
Ooh,
off slow.
right hand.
Wow.
Clean right hand, but nothing on it. Just enough to get him away from. Keep him honest. Keep him in his space.
Refs doing a good job. You're not letting him tie up at
Yeah,
all.
no, it's good ref. I love when the ref's not too involved in a fight.
Oh,
Good 1-2 from Fierro as he uses the range, keeping Duarte off him.
yeah, if Duarte don't do something, Fierro's going to win this round.
Yeah, because now he's kind of winging his punches around the arms. Not looking for a headshot anymore.
Slow. They don't seem to have enough. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
he's very being telegraphed for sure right now.
Oh,
Good shots. And it's too close of a fight for Duarte to give up these rounds. Especially, like, I know you need a breath, but we need every round. It's too close.
He had a good finish there, but I got that level on the field.
Yeah, very good round. Another one for Fierro.
I think he's Fierro's taking over the back half of this fight for the most part.
Yeah, ever since he rocked Duarte, got him up, stammered, and now we're looking to see a strong finish from both. Who could pull it off here?
If any guy can get a big moment here in this final round, I mean, that's going to be the swing.
This round will definitely dictate who wins this fight. Yeah, Robert Garcia in the corner.
Duarte was just way too stagnant in that round.
That's why you see Robert Garcia here telling his fighter, you need to throw 3-4 punches. You need to be more active. Don't let him box. Don't let him move. Get him on the ropes. And then it's
Here we go.
easier
Final
said
round.
than done. Round number 12.
Good fight. Good fight.
As the fighters touch gloves in the center of the ring. Last
Last
round
round
going
got
to Fierro
Fierro. Got him in
on
one.
hazard scorecard.
Hazard's got Fierro up by 1 round. So
As he goes back to boxing Fierro on the back foot, Duarte catching him with
Oh,
a
shot.
beautiful uppercut. But now Duarte comes throwing combinations like his trainer asked for.
yeah, I was
3,
like,
4
Fierro trying to
punches
let
at
it
a
go.
time now.
Oh,
Duarte coming in strong. Fierro at landing a clean right hand, but still not enough power to get him off of him, keep him clean away. Oscar Duarte steps up the pace here in the last round. Ref separates the two fighters. Behind Fierro comparing him, complaining about a shot behind the head, but Duarte comes in strong with body shots. Telling him to keep his head up. That's why he's getting hit behind the head and low.
he has been ducking pretty low.
Fierro trying to remain at that
Oh, good
lower
shot.
pace, but Duarte lands a great shot.
Great right hand there.
Good combinations from Duarte to win this, to start taking this round from Fierro.
You got a minute 45 seconds to make something happen here,
Yes.
and
One
you,
big
and,
moment.
you, and you've got to just you got to make it happen.
Way to respond, though, from Oscar Duarte.
Oh,
From the challenge, from his corner to let his hands go more and get combinations going, put the pressure back on him. You need this round.
That's what we have that.
Good body work from Fierro. Both guys standing in the center of the ring, slowly letting hands go. Looking to put the icing on the cake as Duarte lands a good shot and Fierro answers with a right hand.
Good
Clean.
left hook, right hand.
Yes. Minute left in the fight. Both guys kind of slugging it out.
good right.
Clash of heads. Yes, very good fight so far on this all Mexican affair.
Duarte's letting his hands in. He needs to let him go, but he was doing well at the first.
Winging
He's
right hand.
he's back to one shot at a time.
Yeah, he's looked like he let his load go. He needs to take a deep breath here and just build up a good combination to seal this up because this has been a strong round for him. But Fierro now answering back, boxing well, letting his own combinations go now. Good
This has
jab.
been a good fight, but I think number one, I think you can see this fight going either way as we close out. We got about 10 seconds left here, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to score a knockdown. And if you're either guy, I think the decision can go either way. But I also feel like if you're the loser or you get a draw,
Loser.
you're going to really be kicking yourself after this.
I think what could happen here is, in my opinion, Fierro really won the back half. I feel like he probably won those last 2 rounds, but yeah, it's gonna be close, man. I wouldn't. This is gonna be too close to call. This could go either way with the judges.
Very close. I can see a draw coming out of this fight.
But since
And that's what I'm saying. If you get a draw or the lose fight, I don't know. I don't know how you're not kicking yourself tomorrow.
I mean, since Oscar got rocked, that fight changed. I mean, that one shot changed the entire fight.
I'm fine with you talking. I think it sounds. Yeah. Sounds okay when you talk, but I think it's on our end. But it's on. It's not bad. It's no smoke.
All right.
Yeah, no, it's these.
Well, we're gonna have to work with it.
I can still hear you.
Oh, we just wanted to make sure it wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
Somebody
no,
took- Shout out to my boy Lewis for tuning in. Also,
Larry Hazard giving Fierro the fight here on his unofficial scorecard.
but my issue is round 9 and 12.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's no way you give 9 to Fierro. So let's see what happens here.
Yep, we'll go to the ring to Jimmy Lennon Jr. as we have a
Split
split
decision.
decision.
So somebody's gonna be kicking themselves.
Patricia Morse Jarman stars the action. She scores about
115, 113 in favor of Duarte.
Wow.
116 to 112 for Fierro.
Yep.
Weisfeld with the deciding vote.
Wow. Oscar
Oscar
Duarte.
Fierro wins it by a split decision. I agree. I don't have a problem with either guy winning. I didn't see Fierro win 8 rounds.
Okay,
I
sounds
don't
good.
see 16 to 12.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
a
an eight
little
four.
8-4. I
I
don't
don't
see
see
8-4
8-4
that
that
wide.
wide.
7-5 for
7-5 for
sure. I
sure.
could
I
have
could
seen
have seen
6-6
6-6
to
to
draw,
draw,
but
but I can see 8-4. There was a couple of close rounds that what you would call a swing round. I just don't see where you could find 8 rounds to give to Fierro.
yeah, and I think he's going to be the one, like you said, that's going to be kicking himself because he didn't really make a difference until he finally placed that perfect punch on Duarte. Just
But I
turn that
mean, the
fight around.
crowd was booing. They felt opposite. They're giving. So now Fierro's fought well against Pitbull. He's fought well against Duarte, who's getting booed now.
Yeah, getting heavy boots here in the arena. Moves to now 31-2-1. Now seemingly in line for that Pitbull Cruz fight.
Fierro stock remains high though, and he'll be back. And obviously, this is a fight that I'd love to see again.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see the rematch, and then there's nothing like becoming the people's champion. They're gonna want to see you fight one more time.
Fierro smartly playing to the crowd, and now Duarte also pointing out that Fierro blew weight, which is true. People don't think it means much, man. But when you've had to cut down to 135, and the guy doesn't have to sacrifice to lose those extra 3 pounds, and losing 3 pounds to the novice, right, sounds easy, but these guys are at like 1 to 5% body fat,
Yeah,
Justin. So losing 3 pounds is a big deal when you have that little bit of body fat to lose, and then try to replenish yourself with rehydration. So uh, he still accepted the fight, but you know that is a valid gripe to
no,
have.
valid gripe, and that was the risk that he took.
Yeah, I mean, you're draining yourself to make that weight most of the time. So, I mean, you're coming in pretty drained. So I get it. I think Oscar just won so many. I mean, because he was pretty dominant in the first part of that fight.
Yeah,
The power difference was huge, and like you said, until Phil landed that big shot, I mean, I mean, that was the only thing that even gave him a chance. Because before that, it looked like he was going to be pretty dominated.
Yeah, and so that's the thing too, right? The rounds that Duarte won, he won
Yeah,
convincingly.
mm-hmm.
The rounds that Fierro won, except for those two when Duarte was hurt, it kind of was iffy. There was moments where when Duarte won a round, he clearly won a round.
and you
Yes.
could also say, is like I said, like I pointed out earlier in the fight, when he hits the ground, it might not count, but that does. I mean, you're human, so you see that, and because he was rocked before that last shot right after the bell rung.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it makes a difference too, influence wise. I mean, as a judge, you see it. So I mean,
Absolutely.
that was a good point. The rounds that he won, he dominated
Yeah,
those rounds.
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even close.
Convincingly won, like he said. Yeah, there was no questions of the rounds that he
Because, like you
won.
said, Fiel was actually landing a lot of shots, but they just weren't. They looked like they had nothing on them.
No, and it's like it was said. He didn't really turn it around until he got Duarte hurt. Oscar Duarte was on his way to a one-sided victory had that not happened. And then now we come up to the co-feature of the evening: Resendiz and Munguia for the 168-pound title. Jaime Munguia getting ready to be back with his trainer Eddie Reynoso. A lot of people questioning, does Jaime Munguia still have that killer instinct, Joseph? If since he's been knocked down and knocked out, they don't think he's the same kind of man he once was.
I it's hard to tell. I think now that he's gotten the win back over Sriracha. Yeah, after he got the win back over Sriracha, I think that's he didn't get the stoppage everybody was thinking he was going to get, but he went in there, he took the punches, he regrouped. I think what happened to Munguia is he just a lot of people talk about, man, back in the day these fighters were fighting so many times, but the fact of the matter is the level of competition, the gruelingness of training camps were not what they are today. I think we saw the same thing happen a little bit to Canelo when he went on that 5 fight run. Helly makes her entrance through the studio. When Canelo went through his 5 fight run, when he went on undisputed, uh, that Bibble fight was his like fifth or sixth fight
Yeah,
in 26 months or something
and a
crazy like
long
that.
run of opponents.
Or not even because he came back at the end of 2020 undisputed by 2021, and then yeah, so like in 18 months he had 5 fights. That's a lot of wear and tear on the body, and I think that's what Munguia fell victim to. As much as we wish we could see our fighters more, 3 times is really pushing it when you're at the championship elite level.
Yeah,
Um, it's possible, but you got to space them properly. But 2 to 3 fights a year, and Munguia was just fighting back to back to back to back. There's a reason why Canelo, for the most part, and Floyd, for the most part, and Oscar was a September, May, maybe a year off kind of guy.
yeah. It also like for a guy like that just also went through it himself and realized he needed to take a break because he was starting to get hurt and rocking fights. Now yeah, anyway, who he himself had about 4 fights in a 12-month calendar year, and he started getting dropped and rocked in those fights.
Yeah, look, I mean, and as much as I've given him you know, flack over the years over it. Crawford, was fighting once a year and not taking a lot of punishment,
Oh
not putting
yeah,
his body through a lot of camps, staying busy in the gym, but not in a camp.
yeah.
There's staying in the gym and there's being in camp. And, as you see my shirt, the big announcement finally official today.
Yeah.
The truth. Errol Spence Jr. finally returns to the ring to put belt to ass on little Timmy Zoo
That is right.
down in Australia. He's gonna whoop the man's ass in his hometown, folks. As let's see what Zoo has to say here.
Yeah, Tim Zoo, they and surprisingly to a decent number of fans here that the fight is going to Australia, but when you look at the logistics of why they sent it there, it makes a lot of sense. Errol Spence Jr. coming back up what will be a 3-year layoff since the fight to turn to Bud Crawford. Tim Zoo kind of up and down in his last 6 fights, but has a big fan base back where he is from. Should be very interesting to see how this fight plays out in July.
And that's the thing for Duarte as they're talking about the broadcast is, yeah, man. Remember, Richardson hits and backed out. He didn't really get to get
Mhm.
that fight. You know, this fight looked like it was gonna fall through, and you couldn't have blamed him if he decided not to follow through with this fight.
Yep.
A guy blew weight.
Yeah. Guy blew away. It has been a rough spot for an Oscar Duarte. Yeah, having somebody pull out of the fight and then dealing with a guy like this, and you've been on the doorstep for a world title for at least a year now. So hopefully he gets his shot. As they now go back to ignoring Tim Zoo, not asking him any kind of questions. bring bring up more Oscar Duarte, as we said. Justin, what are your thoughts? Errol Spence Jr. returns to the ring after a 3-year layoff down in Australia to take on one Tim Zoo, who has been up and down in his career in the recent year.
The last time we saw Spence was what?
Bud fight.
Bud fight. Yeah, I mean, that's a long time coming, man. It's been a bad taste in everyone's mouth since then. I remember the devastation that this guy on the couch had, and I was pretty devastated. It was so bad I wanted him to stay away from my Cowboys. So.
It's interesting you say that because in the press conference today, Errol Spence Jr. brought that up, seeing the disappointment in his, not only in his fans, but the people close around him to that performance. The fact that he looked around that arena and did realize, like, man, I let a lot of people down. This was the moment.
Yeah,
And
before you continue to misquote him, what he said about disappointing fans was that he loved to go to other hometowns of other fighters and beat them and leave their fans disappointed. But it does lead to the fact that he I was in the building. I was there for the fight. I was actually wearing this particular shirt, and you know, it was it was like a long funeral march back to the
Mm.
hotel after that.
Well, and I think a thing to remember about that fight too is that as bad as it was, I mean, look at what has happened with Bud since that
Yeah,
time. No, it doesn't look. He just went on and beat Canelo, and I mean, Bud's looking like
he
he's
showed
that
his greatness.
guy.
He showed his
Yeah,
greatness.
I
Yeah,
mean, he became
And
undeniable.
and that's always been my thing, right? People, will tell you Spence is washed, he's finished, but it's like this for me. So is Bud that great, or was Errol washed? It can't be both.
And it looks like, I mean, in my opinion, I mean, it looks like Bud just might be that great.
Yeah,
I mean, he's done nothing but. I mean,
I
every
would
time I've
lean.
doubted
I
him,
would lean that way too. Yeah,
and I went a long time, and I like Bud. I've never disliked Bud, but every single time I picked against him, he's proved me wrong 100%.
because to have Canelo Alvarez looking the way he did, it's only
I mean,
been a
Canelo
handful
looked
of
almost
people. You
confused.
have to be great to do something like that
The only other time I ever seen Canelo look like that was early in his career
against Floyd. Yeah,
I mean, that was the only other time I've seen Canelo.
Well, the fight to me resembled more the fight with Bivol, where there was competitive moments for Canelo. Because what Floyd did against Canelo was, nope, neither Bivol nor Crawford has looked anywhere near that.
no, that was
That
12-0.
was a complete
Yeah.
shutout.
That was
Where
12-0. No chance.
Crawford and Bivol both kind of took the fight over at the end, the last 3 rounds. But again, back to Errol Spence though. And people are gonna say what they want, but Matt, me and you were live in person for together for every Spence fight since Ocampo. I was at every fight, and I don't feel like I saw the same Spence that night. And speaking of the devil,
There is one
there's
Canelo
Canelo
Alvarez.
Alvarez.
He's happy to see him. Canelo
Yeah,
Alvarez.
because I mean, that was a good point. Canelo had great moments in that Bud fight. I mean,
No, he did.
I mean, that was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, as you know, being mentioned here, Canelo Alvarez sitting out Cinco de Mayo for having elbow surgery. Will be back in September against Billy. And he is supporting one Jaime Munguia in his camp.
When you look at a guy there who's like, there's nothing that guy hasn't seen.
Yeah. Going to come off a year layoff, too, since the Crawford fight again. But that's one thing I do like about Canelo. He doesn't stew on losses. He learns, moves forward, continues to try to get better.
Well, he's a great. He don't need to stew on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, so you see other people take losses, and it just you see how it changes their whole mentality.
but that would be what's interesting about seeing the Earl Spence come back. You know how a 3-year layoff's quite a bit, and then after what happened in the last fight, that'll be very interesting.
But also, I do believe that at the going into the fight, Spence had been in 3 car wrecks, and they still have Tim Tszyu ignoring his ass like the B side he is. Listen, Spence, and we're not giving excuses. We're just laying out what happened. He flew out of the car, had a couple more car wrecks after that, had a retina surgery, and was still staying active in the middle of that, taking.
People call that an
fights.
excuse, but I mean, you fly out of a car.
Yeah.
I mean,
At
you
the-
just
at
go to
the-
work today.
At the rate of speed, he flew out of a car, too.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And he was fighting top level opposition. So now he's had a couple years off to recruit, let the body rest. At the moment, Tim Tszyu has more wear and tear on the body, but Tim Tszyu is active, right? That's what makes the fight interesting. Tim Tszyu's active. Errol hasn't been in the ring. They're gonna meet at a kind of middle point where the fresher guy meets the worn down body, but the more active guy meets the inactive guy, and they're gonna clash right there in the middle.
Yeah.
But then you also got to look at, like you said, not only was Earl coming off of all of that stuff going on, but then he comes off of that look he fights.
Yeah, he's one that's been saying he doesn't take tune-ups. He goes right back into the level he was just at.
I mean, if you're going to fight Bud Crawford, you need to be.
Tip top,
I mean, it has to, everything needs to go right in training camp. Everything needs to be ready to go.
tip
I mean,
top.
that had to be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, we do remember the fight and how it went. It was crazy. Because I'm pretty sure I picked Earl Spence in that fight.
The thing was going into that fight, everybody had it at a minimal 50-50, and the domination, the arrow not ever really had after the first round. He won the first round clearly, and then just it just
Went to hell from
turned on
then.
his head. Yeah.
I would never forget that night because I was there was two. I was so shocked by the fight, and then I remember the moment that Matt changed it over to the UFC fight. We watched Justin Gaethje kick Dustin Poirier in the head.
Smooth as sleep. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was when Dustin was on top of his game.
I think it was.
That was just a wild night to be
Yo,
in,
bro,
like
like
in a combat sport.
I think that was another one of those moments where it was just such shock from what had happened with Crawford.
Yeah,
You didn't know how to explain it. It was so strange.
I remember watching it, and I remember thinking about you being at that fight. We were just in just disbelief.
I
I
bet
bet
that
we
was
were
a long,
watching.
long walk back to
for
the
him
hotel.
for him to get beat was one thing, but just to not look competitive is
That was the biggest shock, right?
yeah, to not look competitive was really something that I think is what people really couldn't understand to this day. Like I said, personally, I do feel like something was wrong,
Yeah, he didn't look right.
and not to say that Crawford still wouldn't have won or even stopped him, but Spence looked slow.
It's like you said after the
Reflexes
first
weren't
round.
there.
Yeah, it's like you said after the first round that he just almost looked.
Like
He looked
shell
dead, like
stuff.
you've never seen him look that way before at all.
And
He looked gassed. He looked. I mean, like he was confused.
like he hadn't trained.
Yeah, almost. Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and it's not to take away from Crawford. I know people will take it that way. It's
Oh,
just
no.
that I, as great as Crawford can be and good as he is, I've seen guys that are not as good as Errol Spence look more competitive than that.
Well, then I think another thing that kind of weighs on that is that we haven't seen him since then. So if he could have got some time after and maybe got right, and then we got to see him again, we would say, okay, he wasn't right. But you haven't seen him because that was the last time you've seen him.
And look, if you're a Crawford fan, I think personally you want Errol Spence to come back and whip the shit out of Tim Zoo because it just makes Bud look that much better.
Yeah.
It's
like you said, nothing take it away from Bud. We've acknowledged it. That dude is just a different beast, and that's fine. But you do because I'm kind of with you. I still feel like there was something off. And like you said, he might have still got stopped, even if he was 100%. We're not saying that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, and just you watch it back, and you watch all his other fights. He just didn't look the same, and not because of his defense. Just the way he was punching didn't look the same. The way he was moving, even despite what Crawford was doing, because Crawford was doing his job. He's picking his shots. He was boxing well. Wasn't wrong, but what you can do offensively, Justin, can alter your defense, but your physical movement is what I don't see somebody being able to alter your reflexes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those are just natural things that take a lot of time to develop, and they're just not going to change if you're right.
Now, again, we'll see. I am picking Errol Spence, but I think this is a very dangerous fight for him. As Tim Zoo, he's lost a couple bouts. He's been stopped twice. But, Tim Zoo's not no slouch, Justin. And if Errol Spence isn't himself anymore, we're going to find out real fast against Tim Zoo. Tim Zoo is not a tune-up. He's not somebody you're going to step over. If you are not at your best, a guy like Tim Zoo will beat you. And he'll let us know where you're at real
That's
fast.
credit to Spence, too. And that's going to be very interesting to see. I mean, I don't care what sport you're playing. Any sport you're playing, a 3-year layoff is. I mean, let's be honest about it. I mean, who's coming back after 3 years in any sport and been any good? But I mean, boxing, you'd almost say even more so because it was harder. So it'd be interesting to see. I mean, it would be mighty impressive to me if Spence was to come back and look good and win that fight after a 3-year layoff. I mean, could you imagine someone taking 3 years off from the NFL? and then trying to come back and
Yeah,
be competitive.
exactly.
So I don't think if we're being honest, we really know what to expect from Spence. Just because of everything, and some of those things, like you said, flying out of a car crash at that, flying out of a car at that rate of speed, uh, that's some things that can live with you forever. Ron's getting in the ring, getting ready for this co-main. Looking at the camera there, the once again the reference that ugly blanket behind us, it doesn't even look right.
No, it
It
doesn't.
doesn't even look right behind us. So I just want to throw this out there throughout the show. We don't condone in the background.
Right.
We deal with it to be here,
Free
but
George Pickens.
I wouldn't like him in Dallas either. I wouldn't go. I'm sure a lot of people don't want him in Dallas, but
A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't.
I mean, the dude signed that franchise tag in spring, so just deal with it, man.
Oh,
We don't have a headline for the summer.
Yeah, that's good. Give me a break. Now, Jerry will come up with something. Come up with something.
He's thinking of shit right now.
That's one thing I'll give him. He's gonna keep. He's gonna be in the
we're gonna
news.
ask Jerry what kind of off-season moves you want to make over the summer. He's gonna say, "What about
Sex scandal?
what?"
He can survive one too.
Well, he survived an extra Super Bowl, baby. We just never heard about her again. Remember that?
Yeah,
She just went away.
Jerry,
Just like that mayor of what was it,
Dallas
Dallas or Irvin that won another football team.
kinda
Just kind of
got quiet
all of a sudden.
Jerry can survive anything. He survived a racist scandal, sex scandal.
Look
Look
at
at
Hyman
Hyman
Munguia
Munguia looking in great shape. Last seen.
What,
It's
it's
been almost a year for Hyman. He's been out, right? Since his rematch.
This is the co-main, correct?
This is the co-main event. Main event is next.
What's better in spring and summer NFL offseason than good fights, man?
Oh, bro.
I mean, what's better?
Lots of good fights, too. You got this fight. You got Xander and Boots.
That says right there, 363 days ago.
Yeah, he's
Almost a year.
at the ring. Almost a year because he did have that. He did have a positive test, which was dealt with.
I have not paid attention enough to know where are they at?
T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Where else?
Where else would you be on single mile, bro?
Yeah.
Mexican weekend, card for Mexicans, house for Mexicans. No word of the attendance yet, but it does look like a good crowd. Mercedes, on the hand, looks very game.
336 days ago since his last fight.
Yeah. Very noted. He beat Caleb Plant in a very good performance. Cashing in on an upset. He is as the champion, he is the underdog here. Can he do it again?
What do you guys? So, being the avid fans that you guys are, what are we expecting here?
An all-out war.
Yeah, I think this fight's going down early. You see the bravado.
Mexicans like these two.
It's like
Watching
watching
chickens fight.
So I got this one ended early.
Yes.
Somebody's
getting knocked out, and I think it's my thought process was going to be Hyman.
I think the champion retains and moves on to better things.
So you're taking the underdog here.
Mm-hmm. Round number one starts. Mercedes taking the center of the ring as Munguia doesn't come out of his corner. Slowly inching forward here. As they begin to slowly start measuring each other, trying to gauge the distance here.
Munguia now again with Team Reynoso, the trainer of Canelo Alvarez. And we're going to see how that looks as Munguia has been through his fair share of trainers as well.
This would be his third fight with Reynoso, yeah?
Second or third, yeah. So this is usually, they say that's usually when a fighter and a trainer really get on the same page, same wavelength.
That's good right hand from Benavidez. Lands on the top of the head of Munguia.
As the last time Munguia was in T-Mobile Arena is when he faced Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
He was dropped in the third round of that fight.
Was also there for that. I was in a pool out in
I
Las
was there.
Vegas.
I was there.
Oh,
Good shot from Munguia.
good left hook.
So Resendez got the win over Plant, but a lot of people that are in the know, so to speak, also have mentioned to me off the record that Caleb Plant kind of had the worst kept secret that he had a bad camp for the Resendez fight.
Mm-hmm.
Now Manny Robles is Resendez's trainer. He is obviously notorious for pulling the big upsets, right?
Yep.
And he's also with those big upsets. He's never been there. They've never been able to follow up with another win.
Yes.
Most notably, Andy Ruiz defeats Anthony Joshua for the heavyweight title, turn around a rematch, and just can't get the job done. Now, obviously, you know, that can be on the fighter riding the high of a win, but you've got to put some blame on the trainer then.
You have to put the blame on the trainer.
So we'll see what Robles and Resendez can do here.
So far, so good right here. Very good pacing right here to start the fight. Round number one. Kind of just trying to feel Munguia out is Benavidez, seeing what he's got.
Robles also trained Brian Mendoza for his upset win, the only loss on the record of Sebastian Fundora.
That's right.
So, again, but unable to follow up.
Munguia choosing to stay on the outside here. Ooh, good right hand
This is
from
the
Munguia.
middleweight title fight. And the interesting thing would be, right, is Munguia said he is open to the idea of rematching Canelo. And it's, what are you going to do if you obviously wouldn't be with Reynoso?
Yeah, he would need to go find somewhere to train, which would be interesting, knowing the secrets of the camp now, what a rematch would look like. Having trained with Canelo Alvarez on a day-to-day basis for a couple camps, I don't know how that rematch would look. Or would it look easier for Canelo? Now that he would know Munguia being a more seasoned fighter. Justin, what do you think of that first round? He gave it to?
Yeah, first round was good. You always gotta have that filling out, see what the power looks like. As far as who I'd score it to, probably gonna be. I'm not sure, man. That was pretty close. I mean, it's just a fill out round, so I'm just gonna call that draw there. They both had their.
And I'd slightly edge it to Munguia, but not by very much.
Both kind of just
I mean,
poked
yeah,
it
had
out.
some good shots at the end of that round that could have closed it for him.
Yeah, Munguia in the green, Benavidez in the red here as we start round number 2, championship fight.
Munguia looking like he's back to starting off firing, being more aggressive, which I don't know that he's fought. Has he fought since last May? I really can't
No,
remember.
he is going to almost be a year out of the ring, is what the said
Yeah.
before the fight.
So again, got the win back after the knockout loss, and took some time to heal. And right now, he looks like himself. He doesn't look as
Looks strong. He doesn't look tight,
hesitant.
wound up. Very good use of his jab here. Strong combinations, at least 2-3 punches at a time. It looks like it's moving slow for him in there. Like he's able to process information much better than he did before.
Yeah, and I'm not too familiar with Resendez, but he seems to be more like.
He's one of those under the radar kind of guys. Not a lot of people would know him until he did get that win over Caleb Plant.
He's gonna have to. He's eventually gonna have to start letting him go. He seems hesitant.
Yeah, he seems to be waiting. And Munguia's kind of letting him come in too for him to be waiting. But Munguia, very good with his feet, although he is backing straight out, leaning back. He has to be careful when he's doing that.
And what I like that I'm seeing out of Munguia though is Reynoso isn't trying to turn him into Canelo.
No.
They're refining and improving Munguia's style.
Mhm.
You're not trying to carbon copy Canelo and put it on somebody else. That's the difference in a great trainer and a trainer that's great at one style.
Go back and forth here from both fighters in the center of the ring.
Good shots from
Munguia opening up with some combinations now, letting Resendez
he's letting
really
it fly
have it.
now.
Yeah, and this is what
Good
I
body
expected
shot.
from this fight.
Resendez standing strong though.
I
Trying to
think
answer back.
Resendez is just a little too hesitant to
See right
throw.
here, what I like that they've added from Munguia is he's now learned to let your punches go for a walk.
Yes,
Let
get
your
out of there.
punches go for a walk. Take a few steps back, circle the ring, reset, do it again,
But
and
Resendez
the
has a
head
nice
movement.
jab.
Now the head movement resembles Canelo slightly as he's able to move in the right hand, but as Matt said, the jabs are landing, and the jab has been the kryptonite for Canelo, and it's finding a home on Munguia, but Munguia lets off a three-punch
Yeah,
combination
good
here.
combinations from Munguia to finish the round out here as he
Look at that head movement, though.
moving beautifully. Like I say, it doesn't look like Munguia is as tense and wound up as he was in the recent years he's been fighting.
Yeah, Resendez found some good success with the jab, but he's gonna have to throw something behind
He
it.
came out. Munguia came out with a good sweat and really a flow fade already. He looks good to start the fight.
Yeah, I got that 2-0.
And yeah, here comes the main event getting ready. The cruiserweight unified champion Zurdo Ramirez looks to defend his belt. And a very interesting conversation is what next if he does win, because Jai Opetaia stripped of his title in favor to go work with Zuffa.
Yeah, Opetaia is probably the best cruiserweight in the world right now, in my opinion. But like it or not, the deal with Zuffa is going to hinder him, at least for the moment. Which is a shame because I think the matchup. You hear a lot about Bivol and Betterby, but I think the true matchup is going to be Benavidez and Opetaia.
Yeah, as round number 3 starts here, having Munguia coming out strong in his corner this round, taking the center of the ring immediately.
I think Resendez needs to. He's gonna have to start throwing. I mean, you had 2 fill out rounds now.
Yeah, it's time to let the hands go, son.
You found success with your jab. Now you gotta have to throw something behind it.
It's time for Resendez to let how Munguia really feels something here. Let him know he's the champion. He's here to defend his title. Good movement from
Good
Resendez
movement.
as he tries to answer, but having Munguia moving his head quite well this fight. Good
Yeah,
combination.
Munguia's head
Munguia
movement
again.
has really been nice to start this fight.
And Munguia was never one to get his head off the line. Right there, kind of goes back to an old habit, and Resendez jumps on him.
That's why I brought up in the last round. It's super dangerous for him to back straight up like that. He's gonna get caught in the rope, and a hook will catch him right on his chin. And Munguia sits on the ropes here.
Now, right hand for Resendez.
Good
The
right
combination
shot.
lands the right hand, working the body of Munguia now.
I mean, Giga needs to get out of that spot.
Resendez kind of settling down now and making his presence felt in the fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
There goes, no, but see, not good for Munguia. Munguia reestablishes control here.
Munguia looks like the much bigger man compared to how they look at the weight
Oh,
initiative.
good combo.
There's no telling what he was able to rehydrate to build his strength back. But Resendez still backing up Munguia. Good jab from Resendez still. But Munguia letting go. Great combination as Resendez lands the right hand.
That's a great right hand.
As you see right there, Justin, Resendez kind of using his jab as like a stick, keeping him away. I'm right here. You're going to be staying in my range. You're going to work from here.
The Resendez jab has been the best thing that he's had going so far. But Munguia's moving well.
Yes, moving well. He's got Resendez turned around against the ropes now. Munguia looking good on his toes, letting his hands go combinations. Good hook.
That was a good combo in range too.
It looks like he's processing this information needs to be fed right now. Munguia is quite well.
Well, I've noticed that Joseph had pointed it out is that he's landing some shots and he's taking a walk. That was a great point because he still seems to be doing that instead of staying there to be hit.
Yeah, don't stay there and trade with it. Get shots out, get out of there. Very good to point out.
And that's what he was,
Right hand.
wouldn't do before.
Good answer.
Good
from
right
Resendez.
hand, though, from Resendez. Resendiz looks to get on the board here. I think this will be his first round of the
Yes.
fight.
Again, and another improvement from Magia, not overshooting shots here, being real selective, being real smart.
Yeah, that's gonna be your Cindy's round
Yeah.
there, I think.
2 round Magia though, 2-1 Magia. Oh, I had it.
And if you're Cindy's, you just got to keep using that jab and throwing something behind it, let them feel you a little bit.
Stitch around in the corner.
Get 3 rounds. Get 3 rounds.
Oh, it's a good fight. Another good fight. It's been a good card so far. Very good card. Lots of action. I haven't seen any complaints of somebody being bored. The crowd has been there from an early point in the night. They've been real loud and proud.
This corner, McGee's corner right now, tell him to stay in the center. He doesn't want him.
Yeah. Good instructions from Eddie Reynoso, the trainer of Canelo Alvarez. You think you can do that job right there, but work for the commissioner in like a suit all day? You gotta stand there and looking at everybody in and out the ring all night.
I would not, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they're probably getting paid pretty pennies, so.
There is Canelo Alvarez
Yeah, go
supporting
crazy.
Jaime Munguia,
Might not be fighting on this.
the man who runs this
He's catching
weekend.
some booze there.
As we begin
Greatness will
round
always
4,
get booed. We know that.
Munguia
The body
opening
shot from
with some
Munguia.
good combinations to the body here.
One
Cindy's
after
answers
that,
were
yeah.
good hook to the body as well.
Good jab again.
But I don't take note of that though. Just look at Munguia's big frame. He looks like a big guy in that.
Yeah, he
right
does
there.
look bigger. He's trying to stay at range here. That's why he's back. Oh,
Catch his
oh,
shoulder,
yeah.
chin. Yeah, dipped into that one, accidental. Gonna hurt the lip later, but you get punched in the face anyway. Round continues.
A little bit of swelling on the right eye of Munguia starting to develop here.
And the action
From the
started.
jab of Resendiz.
A fight is starting to kindle here in this round as the fight goes on. Chanting total, like he's boxing him. Like this ain't scared, or he's
That
getting out
is,
the way.
no, that is Resendiz's nickname.
Oh, did not know that.
Resendez is the fan favorite. Again, this is a Benavidez crowd, Benavidez fight, so
Much Ecuadorians.
obviously they are the adversarial crowd of one Canelo Alvarez
Good right
and
hand.
obviously Team Canelo. As Resendez has settled in nicely here, as he
Yes.
dropped the first 2 rounds, and he's, right now this round's up in the air, but he's starting to land some good
He's
shots,
doing
ripping
real
to the body.
good at punching in between Jaime's punches now. Jaime's letting off one hand, but Resendiz is getting a quick 2-punch combination in between Jaime's next shot. Going up, downstairs, body, head.
And they're both landing, both trading back and forth. And at this pace, I don't see how we get a 12-round fight out of this.
Absolutely not.
I think McGee has been doing much better on the outside. I think it's probably where he wants to keep it because it seems
Yeah.
like when
Good
we see
right
But
hand
he's
for
also not
Resendiz.
one to want to be on the ropes like this. He has improved his boxing a little bit, but he can't sit there.
See, but what that is him trying to take a rest. Because now Resendez is picking the pace up on him.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's got him back
And Resendez is trying to stake his case for, a potential showdown with Canelo. As Canelo obviously has a date with Billy in September, and then, like Matt mentioned earlier, there's 2 fights left on the deal. What would those be?
Uppercut comes up real short from Munguia, who lands with a hook.
Oh,
Another
good
left
left.
hook lands from Munguia,
No.
but these answers, as they both,
Good exchange.
they're both working really well in the center of that ring. It's a lot of action.
And what happened was a little bit of overexcitement from McGee is that the right hand kind of stiffened Resendez's leg and
Ooh,
he
and
brushed
good
in.
answer again from Munguia. Left hooks combination to finish
Wow,
the
good
round.
finish of the round.
As the crowd gets on their feet a
We're
little
taking
bit.
it down.
I'm gonna go Resendez. I got it 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2-2.
I was pretty close from there. I'd agree. Yeah, I think it was the overexcitement, and then he ended up getting caught for it.
Yeah, because he stiffened him up and he rushed in. When he rushed in, Resendez had an answer waiting for him. Regardless of the fight, the result of this fight, though, Resendez is showing he's starting to prove quickly that the plant win was no joke.
No, he's showing he's on that championship level for sure.
Yeah, he did well in the first two. He probably, I guess, he's kind of filling them out, and then he started to feel more comfortable. And
I do like the instructions from Manny Robles, kind of telling him to do also what Munguia is doing. Don't just stand there with him. Get your shots off too and get up out the way. Even if it's just a simple pivot or a half step back, get right back out of there. Thomas, the hitman Hearn in the building.
And it's good to see Tommy Hearns. There was a lot of concern and reports going on about his well-being. Looks to be in good spirits, looking nice, sharp, and dapper there in his suit as we get into round number 5. This fight is flying by.
Yeah, this is some good action right here. Round 5 of the championship fight. I believe this is for the WBA super middleweight world title. Munguia going off with a good two-punch combination.
If you're watching on whatever streaming service you're on, man, give Matt a like and subscribe. Talking About Radio. He's live throughout the week, talks about a variety of sports.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to like and subscribe to the program here, Talking About Radio here, youtube.com/Talking About Radio, twitch.tv. Talking About Radio, we talk about sports. We love to tell our fun stories here as we'll pick it up more. And we'll have more live fight chats such as these. And it all began once we went live early on this year in the playoffs, Justin, which was a good time. Those playoffs.
I mean, there's what's better than the NFL, you know?
Yeah. So Munguia kind of getting on his bicycle here. He's showing out of movement. Now he's forced to fight back to the center.
Yep.
And like Justin mentioned earlier, that's what he needs to do is keep the fight in the center where he's quicker, where he can move and stay off the ropes. Don't let the crowd influence you. I know they're going to boo when you're on your bike, but the crowd is not scoring the fight. The judges at ringside are, and they know what they're looking at.
Although,
and that's
I don't like that low left hand from Munguia with the way that Benavidez was quickly punching him between his punches.
See, but now Munguia here gets his shots off. Now gets on the bike. That's what he needs to do.
Good job. Good
Pick your
exchange.
spots when you get to the firefight with this guy,
Yes.
because he's ready to. Resendez is the kind of guy who will punch with you, like Matt has been pointing out.
Resendez's jab has been the main thing that's given Munguia some problems there.
There we go. We're back.
Oh, good body shot.
What's going on?
We're having more technical difficulties here.
Yeah. Having a slight technical difficulty here as the stream from Japan was also cutting out on the zone. The zone having some issues here today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good right hand.
Munguia looking really good in this round.
Which I guess for the zone, that might be a good thing if a flood of viewership is coming in to interrupt like Netflix has had in the past. Hopefully you get some good engagement out of the fights. This has been a great fight right here. It's been a great card. The second card here. Live.
The main card has been pretty good, yep.
And, if we get a decision here, Matt, that kind of
Lets us know.
our theory has always been, and it's usually come to fruition, is if the undercard, Justin, doesn't deliver a dead knockout, the main event usually will.
Oh,
Good answer from
That's,
Munguia.
obviously that's not always the case, but I would say a good 80% of the time.
you take 80% on
10
anything.
seconds here in the round, fifth round. Another good round from Munguia here.
You said if the
That's an
undercard.
awkward block for Mercedes, but it worked as he threw the back of his shoulder
You
up
see
there.
that?
I got Munguia in that round though. He
Yeah,
came out trying to
Munguia
get
takes
much better.
a 3-2 lead here.
There is David Benavidez, the challenger, getting ready for his fight tonight in the main event with his hands getting wrapped. The live odds have Benavidez at minus 550 with Ramirez coming in at plus 400. That's a good odd. Good bet.
4-1 on Zurdo.
That's not bad right there. A 4-1 odd.
As my parlay was busted at 8:45 this morning.
What did you have?
I had
A knockout?
I had I had Resendez and Munguia not going in the distance either way. I had Inoue by knockout and Benavidez by decision.
See, I only put the Inoue and Benavidez by decision. I feel like those are the only two safe bets for the weekend.
Well, I didn't pick a winner in this fight. I just picked it not to go the distance. But like I said, nonetheless, I picked anyway by knockout, and that busted the parlay at about 8:45 in the morning.
8:45 sharp. Nothing like some money going into the trash, right, Justin?
That's why I hate well, I do mainly NFL parlays when the 12 o'clock games blow up the parlays. It's
Body
just
shots.
So
devastating.
so Hazard has Mungia up 4-1. I thought the third round went to
I got a
Resendez.
3-2.
Yeah, I got 3-2 myself.
I got 3-2 Mandia though.
And I mean, we saw how off again. Now, Chris Mannix.
Has it
Wa-
5?
Wow.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's insane.
I love to shit
A
on
little,
Larry Hazard, but
a little
my
home
goodness,
cooking
5-0
for
for 5-0 for the DAZN fighter. Okay.
yeah, a little
Well,
home
I see
cooking for
Mangia
Chris
at
Mannix
3-2.
here. Yeah, Resendiz not getting any credit from Chris Mannix. Resendiz is top ranked, no?
I think he's PBC.
Is he with the PBC? Either
But
way,
Cindy seems to be doing really well when he can get inside.
He fought Plant.
yeah. Either way, he's won at least 2 rounds. Chris Mannix giving it 5 over Mungia, showing the home cooking here. Although Mungia looking a little gassed here, mouth breathing. Resendiz still pressuring, smart
And
pressure.
that's been the problem for Munguia is he'll unload, but then he stamina wears down.
Resendiz
And the
working
fight
Mungia
starts to
here.
break out here in round number 6.
It was a good
I
work
like what
for the body
Cindy
here.
is doing here. He's getting inside. And that's where he's had a lot of success.
Yes.
Use a jab and get inside. I mean, he's had a really good start to this.
This-
Oh man,
that
the uppercut.
problem.
Yeah, I
Munguia
think you're
is
right.
stuck on the
McGee
ropes
is
here.
gassed.
He has to get off
Yeah,
those ropes. This
and-
is where he was also dropped by Canelo Alvarez, right? Sitting on those ropes, where Canelo simply countered.
Yeah, Canelo went low and came across the top of the right hand and hit him flush. And
Thanks
the
to right
mouth
hand,
is open
and
for
another
McGee. Let's a good combination off, but great round for Resendiz.
Yeah, good round from Resendiz here. Good body shots from Jaime Munguia.
And the punches don't have as much steam, Justin, as they did in those first 2 rounds
No, they do
for
not.
Munguia.
I feel like Resendez is seeing that too. And he's going to start putting the pressure a little bit.
They're looking like that slow start.
He might be taking a break right now, though.
And that could be intentional. They might have said, hey, let's let him shoot his load
Yep.
and we'll catch him on the back half.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's backing him up.
Back him up
And
again on the ropes here.
that's what you call good
Oh,
pressure.
See, his hand got
his hand got
stuck.
caught
See
to
that?
the ropes.
Munguia's hand.
He's
stuck
sitting
in the
on the
ropes.
ropes. Look at him.
He's
Oh,
sitting
he's
down.
gassed.
He is out of breath now and
Dead tired. As
Not
the
a good
10-second
look.
Ticker
No.
goes off for Munguia.
I mean, he literally took a seat on the bottom rope there.
You got to give that round to Resendiz. Chris Manning.
I got 3-3.
absolutely.
You got to have it.
5-0 either way is disgusting. Nasty work.
Yep. Look at you look at the crowd here, man. It's the house looks good. People are in there. People are jumping around.
Yeah, bottom level's only open. There's still a lot of people dressed like seats in there.
Indeed, a lot of people dressed like
I mean,
seats.
listen, you get some top-notch Mexican fighters going to fight on Cinco de Mayo, you're going to feel the house. I mean, that's just
Mexicans do love a good fight. But yes, it's a good, speaking of good fights, good fight right here. We do say 3-3.
makes you wonder about McGee's stamina for the rest of the fight. I mean,
Oh
he's
no,
taking a seat on the rope.
I think Resendez. If I'm Manny Robles, I'm saying, hey, he's tired. You need to
Let's
jump
go get
on him.
Yeah, that was the time to press.
Let's go get him. Let's see if he can handle
Use
it.
your jab, get inside, get him to the ropes.
Oh, yeah, if you get him on the ropes, unload to the body. Help that air get out of
Well, now you don't want to unload carefully though. As McGee is still dangerous.
Yes. Yes.
But what I was talking about earlier is the good pressure, right? Resendez is able to pressure. It's almost like that Triple G style of pressure where Resendez is bringing pressure without throwing punches.
Now,
He's able to get in. He's right here, moving his head side. Look, see how he's backing McGee up without throwing the shot.
yes.
He's walking in. He's got a guard up. McGee is wary of what's coming at him. If you look right here, see he's got McGee backed up, and then he'll offload a shot.
Good
That is
uppercut
good pressure.
from
Good
Munguia.
jab from Resendez, though. Yeah, Munguia is gonna have to win back some respect, as he had respect for his power. Resendez respecting his power early, and the steam is not there, and Resendez can sense it, and obviously is feeling it in the level of the shots because He landed a good uppercut, like Matt mentioned, and Resendez didn't back off. And now Resendez
Got him in the
puts
corner here.
Munguia in the corner, and Munguia trying to fight out of it. And a good veteran move there to put Munguia kind of just get him down, get him breathing a little harder. Good right hand from Munguia.
Right hand from Munguia lands partially on the glove, but getting on to the top of the head there.
Munguia does have the hand speed advantage, though.
Yes.
But again, Resendez pressures him back to the ropes.
A good body shot from Resendez on
Try
the
to
way
get his
out.
legs under him.
See, this is where Munguia is successful when he's side to side and he's bouncing on his toes.
Yeah, but it seems like he's more or less fighting for energy here to get to the next round.
Yeah.
He is answering, though. He's keeping Resendez awful and honest. Come on, ref. You gonna jump in there or you not?
Yeah, he was hesitant there,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Don't get fucked, don't fuck around, get punched.
Now Munguia trying to apply his own pressure. Now he's backing up Resendez just a little bit.
Slowly backing him up to the
The
center of
jab,
the ring.
that jab has been successful. Oh,
Resendez
looping.
swings wide with the right hand over the top of Munguia.
Looping right hand.
Munguia gets
Good
good
body shots.
Another good body shot. An exchange of
Good
body shots.
combo.
Left hook, another left hook
Yeah.
from Munguia.
Continues to let hands go.
Oh,
Munguia gets
another one.
left hook on the chin. Resendez getting him off balance. See, but you see, he starts to slow down right there.
I think he's
That
trying
one
to catch
came a
him.
lot slower.
Good job,
Munguia now lateral
Teddy's
movement.
trying to stay on him.
Munguia.
And see, but that mental pressure is what wears fighters down. You know, that was what made Golovkin so successful. That's what wore down Caleb Plant. Is just the constant pressure, constantly being on you, not giving you a chance to rest, not giving you a chance to breathe, and it's starting to affect Jaime Munguia as well.
You got McGee that round.
Yeah.
Munguia goes back up 4-3.
Good fight. Good fight. It seems like they're going round for round right now.
Yeah. No, they're putting a beating on each other.
And that's a good point right there because
that goes around
Resendez finished a little stronger. Where Reynoso's telling Munguia, you do well in the first half of the round. You need to finish
Finish
the round
strong.
off.
Yeah. Finish very strong. Don't let him steal some of those last couple of moments because we know how there are some judges out there that you'll have a big shot at the end of the round and they might even give you that round. Good highlights here from Munguia landing good rights and left hooks here.
And when he's stepping back, when he's getting his shots off and stepping back, he's got Resendez, a little confused there. It's when he's staying in those combinations too long.
Yes. Yes. All right. Round starts here. Both fighters start to center the ring and slowly exchange a little low to Munguia. Or to Resendez from Munguia, I'm sorry. Yeah.
And see Resendez, very, very, sneakily pushing the head down. It makes it harder to breathe, makes you put more pressure on your neck coming up.
We're exchanging.
Good exchange right here.
Oh, good luck.
And really in these exchanges, very rarely is anybody really just getting the true better of it.
What's up, man? Oh, you got bubbles?
As Munguia now Resendez is starting to show a little slow down as he's now not moving forward or moving punches as much. So now the stamina of Resendez is starting to show up just a little bit.
As we get our appearance from Lucas on the program.
Resendez is slowed down just a step here.
Yeah, now Munguia trying to come on a lot stronger. Resendez complaining about shots to the back as he had a couple times this fight. Good combination from Munguia, but Resendez answers. Nice back and forth round here.
Good exchanges between these guys too.
Munguia.
Starting to do a better job of fighting out of the corner and getting off of them ropes a little better.
And like I said, the pace of the fight is starting to catch up to Resendez now. And he's going to need a second win because Munguia is starting to look like he's recovered.
Looks like that
And caught his breath. And good combination from Munguia.
That time off in those couple rounds from Munguia paying off. As he's now putting the pressure on us, and he's backing him up to the center of the ring here.
And he's starting to catch Cindy's ducking down. Every time he ducks down, he seems to hit him with the right.
Good left hook from Munguia there.
Good
Another left hook. Good right hand
exchange.
though by Resendez.
Good jabs from the Indies. Munguia being sure to at least throw more than one, giving him twos and threes all night long. Backing up to the ropes again as Munguia takes a step backwards. And he's working on the ropes, working on while he's on the ropes to the body and head. Munguia answers back, two left hooks, pushing him
He's trying
off.
to take a break
And see,
again.
that's where Resendez needs to, when he's got him little, he needs to kind of have that Mike Tyson style where he just lay in his chest and
Work
just go to work on the body.
Yeah, 'cause it looks like McGee right there trying to take a little
Yeah.
a breather real quick.
Back to the center.
Good combination
It's
from
off
Munguia.
his footing for a second.
Yes, and sends Resendez back. Good left
Oh,
hook.
Good
good
shot.
left hook.
Right hook, left hand. Another right hook, right hand from Munguia.
I think that's gonna put McGee up another round there.
Yeah, I think he starts to he's starting to get away, pull away just a bit here.
Be a big round for Resendez to come back and try to get it back within one, in my opinion.
And Robles, with a sense of urgency, he says, "Hey, he's feeling like they've lost quite a few rounds as well."
I mean, it's always better, I think, to assume that you have, if you're not too sure about it. That way, you're not getting a comfortable fighter. Isn't it?
If you're winning, right, as the trainer, you want to tell them, "Hey, man, you're behind," so that we can,
Maybe
push
not make it
pace
seem
here.
where you need to be desperate and make a mistake, but
Have a sense of urgency in the fight.
Round 9.
And Munguia starting to take back control of the fight here. Resendez his game, and it just, Munguia's looked like he's caught control of himself here. As we got 4 rounds left.
Good fight here, though. Listen.
The pace has considerably slowed down.
Yeah.
And I mean, how could it not, right? These guys were just launching here.
Ooh, good body shot
body
there.
shot.
Munguia reacts kind of poorly to it.
But now Munguia is also starting to look like the stronger guy. He's able to push Resendez back
Yes.
where he wasn't able to do that earlier in the fight.
That's why I pointed out. He looks like he's got like a really big frame compared to Resendez.
Well, not just the frame, but Resendez early on looked like the stronger fighter. Now the strength advantage seems to be in the favor of Munguia.
Munguia, I have been impressed with what he is showing us too, with his feet, head movement, looking a lot better.
The biggest difference to me is the head movement of Munguia. When he stays disciplined on it, he's looking really good.
Mhm.
He does have these lulls where he kind of goes back to the old Munguia, and that's where he finds himself in trouble.
We want the old Munguia.
But he's boxed very intelligently. So
Right
far,
hand
he's
just
winning this round, and I think he realized he needed to pace himself a little more, and when he did that, he kind of settled back into the fight. Yes, he's looking like he's in control here. While you were away, Matt Robles was also mentioning.
Good
He's hurt.
shot from Munguia.
Good combination. Looks like he rocked Resendez.
Ooh.
Resendez not looking steady on his feet.
Got to be careful with that back uppercut as Munguia was left wide open for a shot. Had Resendez had his sense
Yeah.
about him.
And good for Resendez though. Good response. He tries to fight it off, and get in close and just not give Munguia the space to throw as he was caught with a bad combination there.
Munguia complaining about a headbutt, but they've been clashing heads all night. So
No, it was a punch behind the head that he was
behind the head,
mentioning.
okay. I thought he was complaining about a headbutt here.
As like I was saying though, as Robles was telling Resendez in the corner, Matt, that he's lost a lot of rounds and was trying to will the fighter on. Me and Justin mentioned how that may not necessarily be true, but as a trainer, you want to keep that sense of urgency in Resendez. But Munguia in full control of the fight now. I think he's won 3 rounds in a row.
yeah.
Yeah, he's looking good.
He's going to
And
be
now
up
he's
3.
going in for the kill.
Yeah, now he's starting to feel a little
It
better.
gets a little chippy there at the end.
Canelo
Canelo
Alvarez
loving
getting
what he
animated.
sees from Munguia here.
Did Jim Lambo, not Jim, what's his name? Gray.
Right.
He almost fucking fall right there. Did you see that? Trying to sit down with him. Canelo's amped. He can't even look at him. He's red faced. Can't breathe.
Yeah.
He's got a Guyab. Canelo Alvarez. Very animated for his stablemate. That's a good teammate though, right there. That's what you want to see. Somebody who's got your back, shows up to your fights, your games, cheers you on, gets super animated in that way. Shows as a coach, I feel like you appreciate something like that from a teammate. Seeing that as seeing somebody in a fellow team, fellow stable, getting behind one another, wanting you to be better. Here we go. The round starts up. Number 10. Munguia again landing a nice uppercut.
Yeah, McGee is starting to feel it now.
Possibly on his way to a world title at
Well,
168 pounds.
but Resendez is still dangerous, so he doesn't want to get too careless. I think he needs to keep doing what he's been doing. That scorecard
Larry
is
Hazard
super lopsided. But
has given Jaime Munguia every round except for one.
Got 9 rounds for one. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Chris
And
Mannix
same
scorecard,
with Chris
the
Mannix.
same, just giving Resendiz a different round. Hazard giving Resendiz round number 4. I believe Mannix gave him round number 7.
I think you can argue that Resendez has at least won 3 rounds in the fight.
Yeah, he's got at least 3 rounds in this fight. He's performed very well. Jimenez just outworked him in a couple of these rounds. And then also, this past round when he rocked Resendiz. But Resendiz seems to have gotten his faculties back about him.
Yeah, and that's what I say about Munguia is you don't want to go get too careless and try to go for the kill here. Keep doing what's working. Let the openings come.
See, he's throwing that uppercut and it's landing, but he does have to be careful with that back uppercut, leaving himself exposed for a shot if Resendiz can time him.
Munguia been knocked out before, been knocked down before, so he is vulnerable.
Munguia now backing up a little bit, using side-to-side movement here. And Resendiz, you can't be, content with following this man here. You got to put the pressure on him. You are
Yeah,
the
see, because now he's not putting pressure anymore. He's just earlier he was cutting the ring off. Now he's just following you around the ring.
Yeah, can't have that.
I mean, you can see McGee's confidence too is risen. He's feeling real good right now.
And that's what I do like about Manny Robles that you brought up. He could just be saying that to get in the mind of his fighter, but he's also a very honest trainer. Let his fighters know what's really going on in there.
Good response from Mercedes there.
Good work for Mercedes to end the round here as Munguia uses some good movement, sits on the ropes once again. Ref kind of warning him there, turning around the ropes.
I mean, because he's sitting down in the middle of the round, that can be considered a knockdown.
Yeah, and there's been some controversial knockdown, no knockdown situations in the past couple years.
He's backing himself up.
Good boxing from Munguia though here, using his jab well, his movement.
And I think if you're
good exchange. But Munguia gets the better of it as he turns Resendiz around.
Again, that head movement that Joseph's been talking about, that was nice there. Now he's getting out of there, reset.
Smart to finish in your corner. Got him boxing around, turned around, took for a walk, and here I am sitting down. Taking advantage of every second.
Again.
Yeah, you could.
I think he's pulled away
I'm not
here.
going to have it as lopsided as the judges already did because I think
One round.
rounds. But now it's starting to get. I mean, I got McGee up 4 rounds right now.
Y'all want water?
Yes. Someone decided to be a host.
Good combinations. Is just the hand speed has started to make the difference here.
Yeah, that was a good point that you brought up earlier. Yeah, McGee's hand speed seems to be quite a bit noticeable faster.
championship rounds. I think if you're Jaime Mugia, you're not gonna hear me on that. Yeah, because I'm in your echo. Yeah.
Oh,
Good shot there for Mungia. He's just starting to really get in a groove here, boxing well. Although I will say this, Matt, um, as good as it's your Wi-Fi, dude. No internet.
that's what down stream too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for that interruption here. We do have children in the house plugging and unplugging the information, but we are back.
Liking and subscribing could help.
Yeah, maybe if we, like and subscribe, get monetized, we can get Ethernet cable out here, not
Yeah.
have this problem.
We'll be here.
And just because y'all don't want to like and subscribe, we're going to now watch the rest of the fight in Spanish.
Yep, like and subscribe, and we'll, have the Wi-Fi working better.
But we are back. Welcome back to the show, guys. We're still here live. Like and subscribe to the channel, please.
Looks like Cindy's getting desperate.
Yeah, the show was still going. The show was live. Shout out to everybody that did stick around. Shout out to everybody over on Twitch. Mm, I don't know. Maybe. Shout out to everybody. That's probably why we got it gave us like 20 likes on Twitch just a second ago. So you might have got some,
Yeah, you know,
hey, yeah, more of that.
maybe that's what we got to do.
Guys are working in here. Justin, imagine being in this kind of a fight. How you
Oh, he's hurt.
how you would feel the next day.
Oh, he's
As
hurt.
Denny's is hurt. Oh, fireworks.
Well, there's a fireworks going off in the background. I don't know what's going on.
Go
Fireworks,
off in the
this is-
background. Fireworks are going off in the ring.
At
As
the perfect moment.
Jaime Munguia has Resendiz rocked.
Resendez gets rocked. Fireworks are going off.
He's weebling and wobbling, but he will not fall as he will make it out of this round.
What a big moment for Mengia.
Munguia looking to close the show as he rocks Resendiz once
He's
again.
letting it all hang. Resendez'
Letting
game. He's standing there.
Fly is Munguia. He lands the
I don't know
right
if
hand.
he's gonna make it.
Resendiz landed the right hand. Gets Munguia off of him. Munguia now. giving him
Now
some
he's
respect.
tired. He let it all out.
No, Resendiz landed the right hand. He might have him hurt.
Yeah, he let it all go. I saw the big breath.
Good
Wow, what an end.
finish
Hey, you got to
to
give them both
the
credit. They let it go.
round.
Mengia is going
this.
to win this fight. Really big moment at the end to make
Look
a.
at Canelo.
Mengia had a big moment
That's
there
a
at the end and rocked him to put the stamp on his win.
That's a good teammate right there, bro. Somebody that just jumps up and gets like super excited for your shit. Is this my one?
What an end. Stream comes back up, immediately get hands thrown in the
Yes,
ring,
good
fireworks.
Good fight. Good
My buddy
pee
Joseph
break.
here almost
Joseph
jumped
peeing
out of
for
the
y'all.
skin. He peed for you guys. Where else?
That's fireworks went off to start the 12th round and end the 12th round as Jaime Munguia seemingly has won
I want to see the scorecard.
A
though,
super
because I don't think
middle.
It was as lopsided early. I mean, one round.
8-4, probably is how it's going to be.
I think they're going to end it with one round. Yeah.
So what I was gonna say though, Matt, is as good as Munguia looked in here, I think one Lester Martinez
Ooh.
is gonna have a lot of interest in
Does it-
maybe getting Munguia on the undercard of the Canelo return.
Let me tell you something. That's a super sexy fight. Lester Martinez and Jaime Munguia, that Jaime Munguia just fought like that's right now. It's a good fight.
It's a good fight. Is Mario come on?
He is live on his own program right now. We can collab. I don't know how that would work. He says he has his capture card, and if you want to call him or text him, see if he wants to give it a shot. I mean, I'm hosting my program here. Shout out to our friends over there at Infighting FX as they are covering the fight on their
Yeah,
end.
put one of us on one server device, put him on the other one. Show us some love.
Yeah, tap in over there, tap in over here. Collab with the Saw as we are here. Really getting the program going, man.
See, and that's what it means. Look, see the percentage.
Yeah,
The percentages. I mean,
even fight.
I don't see how lopsided it can. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't see Resendez winning the fight at all.
Yeah,
I would be shocked.
here we go. To the right. Unanimous decision coming in. $117 and 111.
Wow.
119 to 109.
Wow.
120.
A shutout.
Wow. And the new WBA
Shutout.
World Champion.
For Jaime Munguia, I lean more with the 9-3 card.
Now
Jaime Munguia
12-0.
has lifted his world title and is now
Two division.
two-division world champion.
12-0 is a crazy card. 12-0 is a
I'm
crazy
fine
card.
with 9-3,
Yeah.
but 12-0.
This was though a
The right
hell.
man won.
This
The right
was
man won the fight. Let me not damp that down.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Resendez definitely won
3 rounds. Now, this was a hell of a performance from Jaime Munguia. Don't get me wrong, but a 12-0 performance, I think not. I cannot agree with that
But like
scorecard.
I said, now you pick up another world title. You are champion at 168, and
Back in the sweepstakes.
I think Lester Martinez uh, really gonna want a shot at this guy here.
Oh yeah, like I said, that is a great fight. I like that fight.
Look at that cap there, the world champion cap for
Yep.
Jaime Munguia.
Yeah, good old Jaime Munguia wins the WBA 168-pound title. He now claims that was the last vacant title, or not vacant title, but title that was spread out. Has now moved hands once again as David Benavidez is warming up in the back, showing his hand speed on the pads with his brother. Yes, sir.
Also former Crawford opponent.
And then we have big Zurdo Ramirez getting warmed up in the back. Bro, one of the cards was 12-0.
Shutout.
One of the cards was 12-0.
One judge gave him 1 round, one judge gave him 3, the other judge gave him
Nothing.
nothing. 2-3. Fair.
Three is
I thought
3 to
they-
4 is right.
I had 3.
3 to 4 is right.
Um,
4 if you want to be nice about it.
I mean, that, like I said, the McGee won. The right guy won.
Yes. Hey, that's what we need. We need a sports betting sponsorship. We need to get our numbers up, ladies and gentlemen. Like and subscribe to the program.
Prize picks, holla at your boy.
Better, Jake Paul. Let's get out of here. Yeah, Kalshi.
Shout out PBD.
You know, no peptides. Thank you. I'm good. Now we prepare for the main event of the evening. Let me get y'all's final thoughts of that co-main event and what are y'all looking forward to in this main event. Justin, do you think our theory could come to fruition? There were no knockouts. Could the main event see a knockout tonight?
Anything can happen. I'm not as familiar with the guys as you guys are, so um, I'm not one of the fighters who just crave knockouts though, because these fights have been pretty good, competitive. Because like even in that last fight, I think a shutout, like you said, a shutout is crazy. But but that's what you like to see. Like you had 3 good rounds where you had his moments. So that's what you want to see is competitive fights. So these fights have been more than satisfying tonight. I think the main event's going to be well.
Yep.
But like I said, I'm more of more casual in boxing. I'm more UFC, but coming over here watching these
Well,
fights.
Even in
So-
the UFC, it happens though, bro. If you notice, a lot of times when you get a lot of decisions and that main event comes around,
Yeah, and I've seen it. I've seen it opposite too, where your undercard in the UFC gets
a lot of knockouts.
crazy knockouts, and
But
then the
the
main
main
card
event
under
gets dragged
delivers.
out.
So I
It's the
mean,
same thing over here.
kind of what do you guys expect here more than me? Because you know more. Do you expect a
I
knockout?
think it's going to be a lot. It's either going to be the same of what we just saw 12 rounds of a lot of action, a lot of somebody getting beat up on, or somebody's getting steamrolled and knocked out in this fight. I do think Zurdo Ramirez, the champion and the underdog, he's not getting enough credit. If people like to call him a bad fighter or not as elite of a fighter, but he is at least a champion level fighter. And I think he can compete well with David as they're about the same size. If not, he's slightly bigger. He's a very skilled fighter. Got enough strength of his own, and he has, like I said, that skill set to counter David, give him some problems. But David Benavidez is still, as being shown in the build up here, a monster. Lets hands go, not afraid to get into the action. He's been rocked a few times in these last couple fights, but again, keeps coming forward no matter what.
I would be more impressed if David can get a stoppage here. You know, I don't put a lot of stake in the Anthony Yard stoppage because he's been stopped
No.
before, and he'd been known to gas. Um, we saw that when Yard fought Kovalev. But if David Benavidez can pull off a stoppage here, that's what would be impressive. Um, the truth is, David Benavidez
uh, has always been the bigger guy fighting the smaller guys. Now he's up at at cruiserweight, which is really a weight he really belongs at. He's talked about possibly going to heavyweight. So
with that Usyk fight. What do you think about
uh,
that?
I think we're gonna find out a lot about David Benavidez in this fight. I favor David,
Hmm.
but I'm favoring a decision. So that's why I say if he can stop Zurdo,
So you're going to be looking for not only if he wins, but how he wins.
Yes.
yeah, I'm looking for how you do it. I mean, if he just dominates Zurdo, that's also impressive.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But a close decision win or an 8-4 type of win, that's kind of what I'm expecting. So I want to see what we can do here. What does David do here? Because Zurdo is going to be there for the taking,
Yes.
but he's also going to be there in your face and throwing punches and just this probably gonna be the first time we see Benavidez as the smaller guy.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at Zurdo right
Yeah.
there. That is a big man.
Massive man. Big guy. Big guy is one Zurdo Ramirez.
You know. And how does Zurdo? Zurdo's only lost to Bivol. Bivol who
Elite level fighter.
you know really.
Ha-
It's funny, right? Bivol for Canelo, everybody kind of gives the pass for the Mayweather loss, right?
Mhm.
So Bivol, in a sense, really looks like Canelo's first loss.
Yeah.
And he also handed a loss to Zurdo. So that
But I mean, Bivol's got some of the best wins out there on anybody's resume.
better be here, arguably twice.
Yeah, the better beef Zurdo and Canelo Alvarez wins look amazing. And I remember that night, me and you were a little worried for Canelo because we thought Bivol was going to stop him.
Yeah, it was the first time that I thought there was a chance for him to get stopped in a fight.
Zurdo Ramirez getting that huddle in, similar to like how we saw this morning with Junto Nakatani. And now we got Inoue. Everybody getting hyped. Time for the main event. Ring walks as they are live in Las Vegas, and we are live here in the Talking About Radio studio. Again, thank you all for joining us. As I just checked here on YouTube, we have acquired 10 new subscribers. So thank you all for subscribing to the show. Be sure to share the program. As like I said, we are live for live fight chats. We're covering the NBA. We covered the draft. We covered the NFL and college football quite well. And I do believe that softball is going to start getting real serious here as Tech won that Big 12 in softball, right?
Yeah,
The
they
women?
did. They're looking good. I expect another. I mean, how much fun was that last year?
Very.
So we know right about the finals time,
Yes.
we should be getting, I think we are getting into the playoffs. Seems like that softball season flies
It does.
for whatever
It really
reason.
does.
And big news here to the fight world is now is being reported by Ring Magazine that Turkey Al Sheikh is looking to put on the big fight. She's looking to land Naoya Inoue and Jesse Bam Rodriguez in
It's gonna be a
January
great fight.
in Japan.
Ooh.
I don't like that it's going to Japan.
I don't like that either. I would rather that be in Riyadh, if anything. As neutral as it can get.
But I believe Bam Rodriguez will head down to Japan and really establish himself as the pound for pound number one fighter in the world.
And me and our friend Mario Munguia over at Infighting had that conversation this morning of, is Bam the one that seemingly looks like he's going to give Inoue the best fight? Don't get me wrong, Nakatani gave Inoue a great fight, close fight today, but in terms of who looks like could beat Inoue, is Bam Rodriguez that guy to you?
Well, so here's the thing, though, right? Is the fight between Bam and Inoue would look completely different simply because Nakatani is a very big man,
Mm-hmm.
and Bam would be coming up, but Bam has this very very special skill set.
Plus
And
1,200 for.
yeah, so Benavidez is a
Yeah.
decision favorite.
Yeah, Zurdo looking at 4-1 dog, right? That's what that is.
141 and plus 240 for.
Only plus 200 to not go the distance.
Well, it's
And
like you said
credit
too.
to the
He's
matchmakers who put this card together.
Oh, this was great.
that was a
This
good
has
card.
been a pay-per-view worthy card.
Absolutely.
Oscar De La Hoya next Thursday is going to be able to talk some shit. That's for sure. Waiting on that clapback, as is the rest of Instagram.
And I mean, when's the last time you watched a pay-per-view fight for the cruiserweight world title?
That is true.
You know,
I mean, you've seen bigger name cards
Yeah.
not live up to what this card has been. So this has been a very entertaining card.
and I highly doubt that the main event is not going to be a really. Jose Jr. is
Why is
also a
that
really
belt?
big dude.
Is it me or is that belt so much that WBC so
Yeah,
much bigger than the
WCB is
other ones?
huge.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks
I'm
like
like, what the hell? All right, David Benavidez making his way through the hallways of the T-Mobile Arena, getting ready to make his way to the ring.
No, yeah, what would be interesting here is I know he's the favorite and stuff, but it's like you said, if he hasn't faced a bigger guy than him, how does he handle? How does he handle when he gets hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does he handle? But again, David's thing. David has never been a. I know it's gonna upset some people here. David Benavidez is not a knockout puncher. He's a volume puncher. He
No.
beats you and stops you with volume. He doesn't have. Not that he can't do it, but that we've seen, he's not really consistently going to be the one punch kind of guy. You know,
Don't touch it.
the question I think I have is he didn't have to cut down, but now he's carrying the extra weight. Is his hand speed going to be there? Is his conditioning going to be there?
Go put it up.
Because he hasn't had to slim down, the way he was. And I do appreciate the respect for the champion as Benavidez is going to be walking first here.
Yeah.
Clearly the A side, but he is the challenger.
Show him that respect.
I'm a big believer in the challenger should walk first before the champion.
Coming out with Mike Tyson. That's a long walk for Mike.
And Ryan Garcia.
He's
Yeah, and Ryan, I guess.
Well, Mike Tyson famously
Nicknamed him.
before, when we watched him fight, he was still El Bandera Roja.
Which I thought was a cooler nickname.
And now he has morphed into the Mexican monster
Right, like this.
as the future champion of the world, Lucas flexes with his IBF world title.
Go stand on that side. Thank you, son. Hey, you need to go get ready for bed.
We talked a lot about Jim Lampley.
Because when this fight's over, it's done.
Jim Lampley needs to be hired. Al Bernstein needs to also be hired.
What is Al doing these days? I see him post on Twitter, but I don't know what.
To tell the tape here, Benavidez again, the smaller man in weight,
And
smaller
younger.
man in height, the smaller guy in reach. This is foreign territory, but a 5-year age advantage for David Benavidez.
Here we go,
He is
man.
29. Zurdo, 34 years old. Zurdo weighed in at 200. He's 6'2". David is 6 feet, weighed in at 196. And it's fucking concrete. Y'all don't know who Concrete is. He is one of the funniest people on YouTube. He also looks like our former stepdad.
Now, Justin, think about this. You brought up how's he going to react. Think about how it took having to jump up 25 pounds to fight somebody his size from where he just was.
it's quite a jump.
It's quite a jump.
That's quite a jump. But if he is like Joseph pointed out to you, if that's where he should be fighting, that means he's walking around.
He's a heavyweight.
So
He's admittedly walking around.
So while you're not going to be used to fighting someone bigger than you, I bet the cut for the weight to make the weight was much easier. Benavidez' body feeling much better than it has going into his previous fights if he's having to cut a lot more.
And here we go. The bands start playing. Making his way to the ring is the challenger, David Benavidez, 2-weight world champion, 2-time super middleweight world champion. and light heavyweight champion of the world.
Light heavyweight champion.
There you go.
I've heard from all sorts of fighters who've done it for the longest time. No matter how many times you do it, you get them butterflies walking to that ring.
But I tell you what. Go ahead, Lucas. What do you think, man?
Don't touch it.
Um, yeah. So Benavidez, though, Justin, he's
Here,
walking in the
I'll
ring.
put
He's
you.
looking comfortable. Looks happy. He's got a good sweat going, which is always what you want to see out of a fighter heading into the ring.
Yeah, sometimes you can't see the look on someone's face, or they're just their body, or going to the ring. I've seen fighters come out even favored, look nervous.
Yeah, we can hear you, buddy.
All right. Lucas,
You ready for the fight? What do you think of the fight, son? Do you think Zurdo or David is gonna win? David's gonna win. It's a good pick.
Lucas picked
Him right there.
David Benavidez to win the fight.
Yeah, that's David
Put your
right there.
bets in. Lucas called it. It's going to happen.
Yep. Always bet with
We
the
will
toddler.
either develop the Lucas curse or the Lucas pick here short.
Yeah,
Shortly.
The Lucas pick.
If
That'll
Benavidez loses, I think it'll be submitted
you know
forever.
what? We'll do that in college football this season too. We'll have the Lucas pick, and he'll pick a random team. And as the same mariachi band stays out there, they will now play the champion to the ring.
2 for 1.
I don't think there's a live band playing.
I think it was. Was it not a live band?
I swear.
I thought it was too.
But I don't think there's one for Zurdo.
I might as if they're still there, might as well have them played it.
Silvio Ramirez now will make his way. He's also with a big smile, got a good sweat going. So these guys are
Ready to go.
ready to rock here. The guy behind him is struggling to hold that belt.
Yeah.
My man is sweating.
Yeah,
you talk
his
about,
arms are hurting.
you
right
talk about
now.
a good sweat going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a guy, great. Look at the guy next to him. His huge arms. Go give that guy a belt. Jesus.
Oh my God. Who was it this morning that was holding Inoue's belts?
Oh yeah.
Fucking arms were just jacked.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, there wasn't another linebacker. Again, guys, see how this is professional, up and comers. Forgive them.
Hey,
They're
guys,
doing this. I'm true to
go
this.
go inside and play.
Lucas is more experienced than you guys.
You've pissed on stream and
That's right.
almost passed out from the firework.
Don't throw it.
Taking it no.
Don't throw it. Lucas nearly launched a baseball.
Yep. Lucas ready for his debut T-ball season. As it begins again, as are the Astros, Plainview Astros, that is.
Yes. Till we take the field Monday at 6 p.m. We'll probably have a game uploaded onto Game Changer. Tune in for that as we take on the Yankees. And Matt, I think we have this. This is our one of our better teams we've brought to the lineup. I feel good about the potential of the team. And I'm excited for what we have. We have a great collection of kids. The last of our original Astro squad will age out this year, but we've got some guys coming back.
You think we're getting an anthem here?
God, I hope not. No, we're going straight into it.
You sure?
Yeah, but
Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's in there to sing the Mexican national anthem.
I'm okay with the anthems, but I'm more of a fan of the way
See,
HBO used to do it, where they did it before the fighters made their walk, and you would see the fighter kind of warming up to his respective anthem, and then you make your way to the ring. I'm not a fan of letting the guys walk in the ring and then have them stand there for the anthems and then get introduced and letting them get cold. They're ready. They're warmed up. They're ready to go. There's Samson Lukowicz.
Samson.
So if we're gonna do anthems, I want it to be done before the guys get to the ring.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't want them to, they're getting warmed up, they got a sweat going, like you said, then they get cold. I sounded like a real prick earlier on Mario's show talking about I wish they wouldn't do the anthems, just do them at the beginning of the show.
I think I like the way, like I said, HBO's presentation honoring the champion and challenger.
This is what I love right here about the PBC. The spotlights. You start on just Jimmy, and then you bring in everybody. But I just wish it was Showtime.
Classic Jimmy Leonard Jr. Him and Michael Buffer doing their thing.
Yeah. Get on Cameo, Jimmy. Jimmy, I needed you a couple years ago.
I don't like his prime. It just doesn't hit the same.
It's prime time on the zone. David does look good though, like you said. Looks healthy, happy, filled in. Didn't really have to burn any weight.
Huge entourage.
Doesn't look too pudgy either. Looks like he's got some good muscle on him. What do you think, Justin? How did David look to you? Look real good in shape?
Looks good. Looks confident. Doesn't look nervous. Like has good sweat. Big entourage. Got Mike back there holding the belt now. The big one.
Joseph, with you experiencing single day mile weekends, is this the big enough, the big moment for David? Is this it?
No, like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast before we crashed the first time, this is because I fully expect Canelo to reclaim the bait a year from now if he's fighting. But like Canelo did, with Floyd, you fill in the gaps when they're not there. You make your presence felt as the next in line. This isn't the one that's going to put him over the top, but this is the fight that's going to it's going to push
Yeah.
Benavidez a little bit forward.
You're right about that. That is a giant entourage in the corner for David.
And for Zurdo,
Calm, looking like a killer in there.
for Zurdo, this is the biggest fight of his career.
Yeah, this is the big stage right here. Pay per view, single day mile, a chance to prove yourself.
And if you beat Benavidez right here, I mean,
Makes you a pound for pound guy.
I don't think it makes him pound for pound. As Benavidez is coming up. But what it does is again, like we've talked about, the real Mexican narrative. He's from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
He's beating
Oh yeah,
the alleged monster.
you gotta.
The guy that's not getting credit yet. Julio Cesar Chavez saying David's not a real Mexican. In the build up to this.
And I think that goal, at least seemingly what Oscar set out to reignite, was to that rivalry of Mexican Americans against
Absolutely.
home
They
Mexicans.
they finally released the documentary between Chavez and De La Hoya. They had them going back and forth this week.
Yep. Here we go. Fighters in the center of the ring.
This fight right here is probably going to be the winner. Will be the successor to Canelo.
Oh, I've been waiting on this fight all
For,
day.
And again, these guys have, I think they said 200 rounds of sparring together.
What is his name? Is that the ref?
I didn't catch it.
Because he's been really good.
Thomas Triber. That's what it looks like.
I like it when he's ref. He's been doing really good the past 2 years. That's why
Here we go.
he's been in a lot more fights. But here we go. Round number 1, cruiserweight title on the line.
Main event.
Bell sounds. Here we go.
Right to the middle.
Again, these guys have sparred in the past, so they know each other well.
Yes.
But Zurdo has maintained that sparring, because he's fought former sparring partners. Sparring is much different than the actual fight.
I mean, off the rip from that angle, Zurdo did look
Huge.
he looks much bigger.
Yeah, now, Zurdo is the southpaw, and so the foot battle is what we're going to be watching. As David Benavidez is so far now he's giving it back up to Zurdo. That's really what you want to win is the foot battle, the foot placement. Benavidez hasn't fought too many southpaws, but he has fought a few.
Most recently, Morrell, no?
Yes, maybe Andrade.
Yeah, Demetrius Andrade, also southpaw.
I mean, for y'all, what's the biggest concerns when you're going up against the southpaw?
Yeah, obviously the foot placement for sure. You don't want to go to their left, your right. You want to spin them the other way, and just watch that clash of heads, especially two guys like this.
Right here, though, Justin, see right now, Zurdo has his foot on the outside of David's foot, so that puts him to where he's a little bit on the outside of David's right hand.
Mm-hmm.
But Zurdo's left hand is right. Will be a straight shot is right on the money.
Yeah, and you can see like how it just happened for David those straight hands and the back hands are lined up perfectly
Good
down the
jab.
middle.
David Benavidez fires off a jab here. This, and I think don't, you know,
Don't
I
blink.
think don't, yeah, but I think this fight, much like the Munguia fight and the Fierro fight, the further this fight goes along, the more the actual fight will break out.
Yes.
Stylistically, that's kind of where these guys, that's just their temperament and their nature. So
Mm.
this is going to pick up here. Good first round, though. Both guys establishing their jab. They're just trying to find range. Good right hand.
Right
Good
hand
shot.
from David. Good
Now,
answer
left
from
hand
Zurdo. Not as powerful, but answering.
Benavidez with the hand speed. And that's where he's going to have significant advantages. David Benavidez is faster hands and better reflexes than Zurdo.
Zurdo's got a nice little snappy jab.
That was a good little snappy jab.
Both guys, it is starting to, they're picking it up a little bit more as the round's going on here.
Zurdo hasn't been dropped in 15 years. David Benavidez was most recently dropped against David Morrell.
Mm-hmm.
Benavidez looking pretty good. Picking his shot.
Good shot there. Nice combination with the finish of the body from Zurdo. But
Oh, wow.
David Benavidez lets up
Wow.
combination.
That was lightning speed right there.
David Benavidez has incredible
Oh,
hand
my
speed.
gosh.
Yeah, that's Benavidez' round. They had the hand speed jumped off the screen there right there.
Yeah, he's probably stole that one with a good flurry.
He had a
Combination.
big moment.
That's that Sugar Ray Leonard, steal around at the end there. Sugar Ray Leonard was famous for letting off flurries when the 10-second cycle would come off to kind of steal around.
Yes,
That flurry was lightning fast.
absolutely.
And then he had that big moment, that good stiff shot. So yeah.
Doesn't look like Malik is in ear range. Oh no, is that him on the side right there? Malik Scott.
Scott, where's your corner?
Telling Zurdo in his corner to use his feet. Don't stand there for that combination. As David Benavidez, they show the replay, just lets off. Looks like 5 to 6 punches right there,
I
Justin.
mean, so fast.
Round
yeah,
number
at
2
least
starts
4.
here. David Benavidez and Zurdo Ramirez meet in the center of the ring once again. Both not afraid, but definitely showing respect for each other's power.
Again, the familiarity's there, so they both know. Hey, look, I don't care what kind of sparring you want to call it.
Oof.
Good
That
job.
many rounds against each other, they know how strong the other guy is. They know what they're capable of, and they at least feel like they know what flaws they can expose on the other.
Yes.
Jab there.
Similar to the fight before.
Is not allowing Zurdo to use his reach either.
No, he's staying super tight in there. David
Which is,
Benavidez.
kind of what happens with the hand speed is
Good body shot from David.
you close the distance much faster.
And for as often as he uses his feet, David kind of in those big bulky shorts that go right on the knee.
Zurdo with the traditional Mexican style high shorts.
Zurdo doing some good inside work here, putting his head in the chest of David.
Outside of the quick combination we saw, that neither man is really kind of just broken away and kind of
Impose
taking
themselves.
control just yet.
Zurdo with
Body
a
shot from Zurdo.
wide right followed by a good left to the body.
Benavidez answers with a body shot of his own.
Good right hand
Good,
finally
good
lands
shot.
for Zurdo. Southpaw right hand. Good left followed by that, but David answers with his own right. Good right to the body. These guys are working here, man.
It's good exchanges.
Moving
here.
and working.
And see, there right there was the first big noticeable sign, though, is David, who's, he likes to punch and push off. He pushed off against Zurdo, and Zurdo
Did not
didn't
move.
move. Didn't budge.
not an
And
inch.
then
And now he's backing
now
up.
he's got Zurdo.
Yep, good body
Zurdo's
shot
got
there.
David backed up towards the corner.
Yep.
So this is where this, we're going to see how the size will affect David Benavidez.
Oh,
Right
good.
hand from Zurdo.
Yeah.
Zurdo looks a little more comfortable in this round.
Yeah. That snappy southpaw jab of Zurdo really clipped the
Good body
chin of
shot.
David. But David starting to answer with some good hooks to the body.
Benavidez on the back foot more than we usually see him so far. Right
Zurdo
now.
Good
working him on the
shot.
ropes.
Good body.
David looked a little surprised.
He doesn't look too comfortable at the moment. Now, of course, Benavidez is going to answer here,
Yeah,
but Zurdo establishing
good
Good
combination
shots,
back and
good,
forth.
yeah.
That is his shots are moving.
Zurdo is sitting on his punches here. Look at him. The
He
knees
is
are
moving
bent.
Benavidez.
Oh, but Benavidez
good
answers
shot.
with some
Wow.
combinations.
Buckles the leg.
And now they're both going to exchange.
Oh, catches
Benavidez
him.
lands a right hand to the chin. Kind
That
of like
enough
a
for Benavidez to steal the round at the end.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
That right when Zurdo was starting to build momentum and land heavy shots, a good combination and the hand speed looked like he buckled.
Yeah, it did. And I had Zurdo winning that round until that moment.
Yeah, and I can still see it going over to Zurdo, but I can also see it being stolen away with that buckling the leg there.
That was a good combo and then a heavy
But-
shot.
I tell you what, man, Zurdo has he's put some hammer on Benavidez. He put some power on him there, and that good response by Benavidez, but there was some big shots landing there for Zurdo. I think he got a little overconfident there. Come on, boom, good shot, miss. But Zurdo, he's shown here he's a powerful guy.
Yeah, he's backing David Benavidez up in that round.
He's got thudding power. But again, like I said, good response by Benavidez to get the combination off and really.
That's gonna be
I think he hurt Zurdo.
something to watch because it was right when Zurdo got real comfortable and was letting loose where he got caught.
Yeah, that's going to keep Zurdo honest, too.
Overconfidence, I think.
Oh,
Oh!
again, what a nice right hand, but it might have just because he stepped on his
Yeah,
foot.
maybe.
You gotta
It
watch
was- it
those
was
feet
tough.
right there, like Joseph brought up,
That foot battle.
because the optics, you think he rocked him, but really he just can't move.
I think the speed of Benavidez is giving Zurdo some issues.
Live odds have not shifted as they stay at minus 550 for David Benavidez, plus 4.
And they're stepping on each other. Look at David now getting square. You got to be careful there.
Yes,
He's not a switch hitter.
yes. No,
He's squaring up right in front of Zurdo.
I brought this up with Mario. Is David's gonna get square and try to move with those combinations, get caught with a straight left hand. There it is.
Yep.
Right as you said it, straight left down the pipe, but Benavidez with an
Answer.
Benavidez now going back to the orthodox stance where he needs to be.
David Benavidez does seem a little surprised by the power that Zurdo has given him at this weight.
And that's what Zurdo said, though. If we're going to be in 10-ounce gloves, you're going to feel it. But Benavidez has shown some good power in
Yes.
this fight as well.
Yeah, he's hitting with some heavy shots as well.
Good little
And-
uppercut
and
combination.
The old adage in boxing always is it's the shot that you don't see that hurts
Ooh.
you. And that's what happened in the last round to Zurdo. He got hit with some quick shots and he didn't see the one that buckled him. But there it is. Benavidez squares up again.
Yeah.
Oh,
David gets caught with
yeah.
a right hook. The old David Benavidez coming out, just sitting in the high guard square.
And
Two big shots.
This is where you run into danger. Against
Now
the
he's
different
turning.
guys standing in
He's
southpaw.
turning. David Benavidez on the ropes now. Zurdo Ramirez working the body and head slowly. 2-punch combinations being let off here. He's poking and prodded David. David now gets back in his stance, losing his discipline a little bit, getting square, almost turned southpaw there.
I think it's partly of what y'all have mentioned is that some of that power is kind of he's got to adjust to it.
And that's the thing is, you get comfortable fighting a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not going to work against a guy like Zurdo.
There's going to be a lot of shots you can't afford to take here that you've probably been able to.
Because
Oh, good
Wow,
combination again.
those combos are lightning fast.
But it's just looking like a quick shoe shine.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
having the same effect because now Zurdo's throwing.
punching through it.
Yeah, Zurdo's throwing right in between it.
So now, and
Now he's answering with his own.
Benavidez up again. And when Zurdo's landing
Good
he's-
lefts
he's
and
moving
rights.
Benavidez's body. And like Matt said, Benavidez is throwing the combinations, but now they're just looking like it's just to get Zurdo off.
yeah, I'm giving that round to Zurdo right there, even with those combos.
It looked like just like a classic Manny Pacquiao when he would just quick let off on a guy's guard real quick just to make it look good. Mike Tyson being interviewed here. Looking like he's off a really good gummy.
Early on in this fight, though, I'm telling you now, Benavidez needs to stay away from Alexander Usyk.
He needs to stay away from Jai Opatai. Opatai might kill him.
Uh,
You're talking too fast for him, Jim.
Mike Tyson's high as hell.
Yeah, look at him.
As high as could be. Yeah, I said
Yeah, the fella he gave Jim. He gave of all people, he gave Jim Gray a hug. Like, I know he kind of likes him. It's like, eh.
So here's where I want to see the adjustment, though, for Benavidez. Look,
Woo!
what Zurdo's going to bring to you, how do you adjust?
Yes, here we go.
Well, it's like you said, those combos that looked, pretty big in those first few rounds, it just didn't look nearly as daunting.
No, they did not.
And right now,
This is round number
Zurdo
5.
may walk into something, or maybe not a gas, but right now he's doing really well versus Benavidez. Benavidez, though,
Oh, he's fighting at his pace for sure.
Yeah,
Benavidez is a good fighter, though. Don't get me wrong. I think Benavidez can make the adjustment. It's going to be a matter of being disciplined here.
These past few
Good
rounds,
chance.
Zurdo Ramirez has for sure established I'm in control here. I'm gonna lead the dance. It's gonna be on me.
He's definitely. I don't know about punching power, but stronger is when he's
Yes.
touching David. David's moving.
It's got more thud behind it. It's got enough to move him. It's got enough to give David a concerned look.
And
And then another thing too, like he just did in the last round, he's not letting David just get off with those flurries anymore. He's punching in between
he
them.
started to punch through them.
I think Zurdo's done a good job of not, we saw that one moment where he got too
Ooh,
excited,
shot.
and now he seems to be,
Well,
picking
and-
his
and
shots.
So what could be though is could be David could be setting a trap here. He could be letting off light flurries to get Zurdo comfortable punching in between to then re-throw some power.
That's a good point.
Zurdo does need to keep working that body of David. Don't let David take a break here. Keep getting that energy and air out of him.
It's a good block.
David now not trying to square up. I think that's what really got him in some trouble last round.
Good
Gave
uppercut.
Zurdo some opportunities.
Mhm.
He got square, and that's just
The discipline faltered a little bit, which we haven't seen from
he
David.
squares up again though. Here we go.
It's turning.
As we talked about how he's fixing it.
Oh, and a good left.
Zurdo and
Rocks the
kinda
chin.
shook David up just a little bit.
But Gilberto puts David back on the ropes again. See, and Justin, this was the question that we asked earlier: is when David Benavidez finds a guy his
Benavidez
size,
fighting at a southpaw now.
fighting a guy his size, how does it react? Does his power, how does his power affect his opponent?
Benavidez I've never really seen him switch it. He's
Ooh.
standing in a southpaw.
He's
stance.
getting caught now with clean right hands from Zurdo.
Landing shots, though, now he switches back to orthodox. That's where he needs to stay. I don't know why he was in.
He's landing now.
He's trying to do the pull down of the guard and snap some
Good
shots
movement.
to him.
And he's just not strong enough to pull down the guard of Zurdo right now.
They're going back and forth now, exchanging the two fighters. Oh, and he catches Zurdo with a good right hand.
That
Takes a
hurt him.
step back.
Yeah, he
He's
hurt him.
hurt. Walked him into a right hand. Benavidez shoots an uppercut and a right hook, working against the ropes now. Zurdo starts to fire back. And he lands a right hand of his own. Both guys are just letting go. And he takes a knee.
Down.
The champion takes a knee. Zurdo Ramirez is buzzed, bleeding at the nose.
And he may have broken his nose.
Yeah, that was a big shot.
Benavidez scores a knockdown. Wipes his gloves of Zurdo as the round ends. What a round.
Yeah,
What a
he-
round.
Yeah.
For David Benavidez, as Zurdo was looking like he was getting comfortable, and David Benavidez,
Clip that.
like we said, makes the adjustment, and that's what I wanted to see: is what was the adjustment going to be for Benavidez? And if that nose is broken,
That's
Zurdo's going to be in a world of trouble with a guy that fights at the pace of.
Yeah, that nose is broke.
good power from Benavidez. That's twice that we've seen him hurt, and that time he
Oh.
actually made him take a knee.
Landed a beautiful right hand
And
as he
that-
came in, putting on pressure.
And that was, that was one shot that got him hurt. But then
when
it's
you
almost
saw
like you said, beginning of
As
the
we
fight,
see
there's
the
some
replay
volume.
here, once again, Zurdo Ramirez comfortable just letting his hands go, but gets caught with a shot.
And that was a smart knee to take because he just couldn't get out of that.
Yeah. He didn't know how much time he had left. He's in his guard. Take the knee, get a break, reset. But David Benavidez,
The
the
recovery
pressure-
here is going to be.
the pressure
Now,
pays off
Benavidez,
at cruiserweight, getting a
Benavidez gonna
knockdown.
jump on him here.
Yeah,
And if you're Zurdo, you have to know that's coming.
yeah. He's coming.
The doctor's looking at the nose of Zurdo.
Yeah, because you got to be worried if you break your nose in the wrong spot. You
It's
know,
good time
you
though
could
for Zurdo right there.
blow
You take
out your
that.
eyes up here and you can't see.
And Zurdo's gonna have to because here comes Benavidez, and Benavidez I think is gonna press the issue here.
Yeah, David
He wants to see how
Benavidez.
much he had him hurt.
Sometimes just
And
that.
like I said, it wasn't.
Oh, to go backhand again lands
Oh!
for David Benavidez.
Yep. As now Benavidez is gonna use the hand speed. Zurdo wasn't hurt as far as like, didn't have his bearings. He just overwhelmed and then took a good
Mhm.
shot to the nose.
Yeah.
But I think it's like you said too. It was a good knee to take. It almost looked like he knew like he could have stayed up, but he's like, let me take this knee because
Now putting the pressure and trying to answer
now,
back.
Now David Benavidez is gonna use the hand speed
But
to really.
This isn't the fight Zurdo wants to
put the
fight,
pressure on
though.
Zurdo.
You don't want to go back and forth with this guy. Ooh, and a
oh,
good
big
uppercut.
uppercut. Oh,
Zurdo's
he
gonna
gave
have
him
to
one
land
back.
those. There it
Oh,
is right there.
Zurdo
Wow.
lands his own.
Yeah, Zurdo's gonna have to land those to kind of keep David Benavidez honest.
Good shot to the
There's some
body.
big shots from Zurdo now. The difference in this fight, much like the Munguia fight, is just going to be the hand speed.
Ooh, good heavy shots from Zurdo coming in, though.
Shots here. Zurdo trying to bounce back and trying to settle things back down.
Woo, good.
As he's
Slip.
Gonna,
yeah, he got under that.
The last round is a 10-8 round, and if you got it 3-1
Yeah,
David,
you gotta assume
he's
you're
way
down.
behind already.
You got to assume you're down. You see they kind of
Big
chose
shot.
to switch positions, but gave Malik Scott a little bit more of an ear in the corner now. I don't know if that's them hitting the panic button or just like trying to keep him calm with a familiar voice in there. But Zurdo working
He's
very
come
well.
out. Yeah, he's come out and recovered well.
Looks good in this
Oh.
round.
And that's what I said. The knee, he wasn't necessarily hurt.
Yeah,
I think it was just a
overwhelmed, like you said.
But-
As he answers
Good
again, David
exchange.
Benavidez does.
Benavidez. Just when Zurdo's trying to build momentum, Benavidez takes it away with just stellar hand speed.
It's the hand speed difference is massive.
A lot of what Joseph calls face first defense going on in here.
Because speed beats power, and Zurdo's going to have to start timing up the speed because the power is not going to be enough.
Good work from these two Mexican warriors.
And Benavidez has enough power to make him, respect him. So
Now David's looking like the one. The gas tank's a little
yeah,
low.
he's taking some shots here for a while now.
He shot a load here.
Ooh, yeah, because now,
It does a lot of sparring, so I don't think cardio is going to be the issue.
Oh,
yeah, but now he's
heavy
giving,
left.
He's giving you like kind of the little overreaction shot. He's snapping a little further back when them shots land. As he lands good shots of his own, still answering Zurdo. Good right hand.
Good right to the body.
Another one just misses from David Benavidez, trying to snap the guard down again.
And that's what he wants. He wants to take away the power.
Zurdo answers with a little combination of his own, backing up Benavidez. Good round from both men. It's going to be a tough fight to score.
Yeah, I think Benavidez is up, but I think Zurdo won that round.
Yeah.
I've got Benavidez up 3 rounds to 2, but it's got a 10-8 round in there.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, because I think Zurdo took that round, which is a big round to come back and get some confidence back after he had to take a knee and get overwhelmed. Like you said, he didn't look like he was going to sleep or nothing. But like you said, got caught with the shot and just got overwhelmed by the speed and the volume, which is what you mentioned before the fight.
Remember what I told you, son? Zurdo.
It's that right eye that right eye looks pretty swollen too.
This fight.
Got a replay going here.
Yeah, these are good body shots right here. Look. Boom.
Oh, great body shot. Slips it, catches one, gives one back. Good combo.
I think Benavidez is in full control of the fight right now.
Yep, he is.
Zurdo's had some moments and he's had spots.
I thought he came back and won that round after he went down, so this is good. This is the halfway point here. Zurdo needs to take some control of this fight back.
He looked super strong after that knockdown round.
But Benavidez looking good here.
He's going to have to get that knockdown back.
We're going to get into the part of the fight where this is where I thought, I thought that Benavidez would really take over. Is the cardio of Zurdo is going to start to wear down here.
Yes.
As it's he's going to have to fight Benavidez off of him.
And they're trying to just move now. Looking for a good opening to attack Benavidez. Zurdo does. But Benavidez still snapping good shots at Zurdo lands the right hand.
Zurdo's just a big guy.
Yeah, you can kind of see
He
both.
is. I mean, he's kind of. I mean, the hand speed difference is really sticking out in this fight.
You can see both guys kind of just thinking now, trying to think of that next move, how to take
Good
advantage
combo.
and take the next step into that gear to finish this fight. Because they're halfway through a
Good body
12-round
I do
war.
believe that Zurdo has
Good
the
hook.
ability to hurt David. He just can't time him.
Zurdo eye kind of swelled up, right eye.
These are great
Oh.
shots.
David landing a lot of left hooks here. But now he's starting to get square again and turning somewhat southpaw.
And that's where Zurdo finds his openings. Is when he's
Ooh, and a
Big
good
shot.
left lands
Great left
for
hook.
Benavidez. And an uppercut comes across.
an answer from Zurdo.
Good exchange there.
Yeah, these guys are working.
Good shot.
If you like a good back and forth fight, this has been a great card to watch.
Good card, good fight. All these fights are delivered.
I think the difference right now has been the hand speed and some accuracy from Benavidez.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Oh.
uppercut.
Good uppercut. He might be.
And not only
Oh,
that,
that's
just,
another left
just
follow.
the level changing of Benavidez, going up and down constantly, never attacking the same place twice.
I think what Joseph had said before the fight is giving Zurdo problems is the volume.
Good body shot.
Yeah.
The volume of Benavidez is.
Benavidez's bread and butter is volume punching.
Oh, yeah, overwhelm you. Overwhelm you.
Remember, and it seemed like in the first 2 rounds that Zurdo was able to control that pace a little bit. But Benavidez completely took it over the pace of the fight. And, it's a good shot by
For
Zurdo.
sure. Because if
Good combo.
there's a fighter you can point to that you can say deep waters and drown you, it is David Benavidez. Because you don't want it. A 12-round fight with that guy is, you're going to take a lot of punishment.
Oh,
Get
he's-
Zurdo again,
he's
and he
going
takes
down.
another knee.
that might be it there.
His orbital
That
bone
eye,
might be broken.
yeah. It was already swollen.
I don't think he's gonna get up.
He's shaking his head. No,
No, that's
he
it.
can't
That's
see.
it.
David
Wow.
Benavidez is a cruiserweight champion.
Knockout victory.
What a
over
performance.
Ramirez, and
Wow.
Is the performance you needed from David Benavidez right there.
What a
That
performance.
is a statement.
Wow. Wow. Wow is all you can really say. David Benavidez.
Lightning speed hands, the combos, the accuracy, and then also the power to be able to hurt him.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it wasn't nothing like go to unconscious kind of power, but enough power to rock him and make him.
Bro, and that took a lot of work.
I'm pretty sure he
too.
broke his orbital bone there, like you said, because that right eye was swollen
I
in the
think
corner.
after he messed up his nose, that eye started to inflate a little bit. Because look at that thing. That thing is swollen. Look.
And yeah, that's probably broken.
Yeah. That's some kind of break or prayer. Yeah.
Oh
he cannot
wow,
see.
yeah, no, they would have probably stopped that thing anyway.
And now, but like I said, that wasn't like super easy for David. He had to earn that one, and he did. Great fight, great performance. This does stamp his legacy as now a 3-division world champion, moving up, taking out a bigger man such as this.
And
Performed
listen,
well.
Man, bring on the Jai Opatai fight.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
I
Jai,
still would favor Jai, but I'm tell you right now,
it's a good fight.
That was a big performance from Benavidez. Big performance.
it's going to be a war. That's the fight we need to see.
Now let's get the replay here of the finish.
Man,
David Benavidez
just lightning
lands a-
speed combos,
lights
man.
him up
Oh
with a
man,
combo, but they
those were
just-
heavy.
Those last 2 hooks at the right there at the finish is what did it, and Zurdo just could not respond.
Zurdo was, and
Boom, left hook, and he
yeah,
look,
yeah,
he
look,
winced.
Immediately look at the eye.
And
Yeah,
he's-
the eye, yeah,
and
it's
he
broken.
says, typical Mexican, no
But the
mas.
speed and the volume is exactly what you called before the fight. It was the volume.
Boom, boom.
Oh.
Boom.
Oh, look at his eye.
Who he
He-
kind of
oh,
caught
man.
like a back elbow too. Look, hold
Well,
on.
yeah, but as soon as he hits
Did
that
you see
left,
it?
yeah. But as soon as he hits him with that left hand, though, that eye just
Yeah,
puffs, and it was already swollen before.
but like that, it was. And I'm not trying to be that guy.
Instantaneously, we've seen it with Kell Brook. We've seen it with Ugas.
Yeah.
Seen it with
He did
Billy
catch
Joe
an elbow.
Saunders.
If you remember, Justin, something that you could probably point to when Cowboy blew out his nose. Remember, his whole eye
Yeah,
swelled up. Same
exactly
thing,
Right. Yeah.
and all that
I mean,
that
some of-
volume and that pressure.
volume and those, man, some of them combos were just lightning fast, man.
What a performance!
Yeah.
I think
What
the
a
hand
fight.
speed really overwhelmed. Yeah, it was a good fight. It was a good fit. But I think you guys, we got the finish that we.
Goes to show you never really know how boxing's gonna play out.
Hey,
What a
And
card.
in a way,
the
and
theory though has worked. Main
yeah,
event
main
finish.
event delivers with the knockout, like we mentioned.
And Benavidez did exactly. He said, if you got to stop here, that
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
mean
and
that was a great
that was the
performance.
performance
And Zurdo had
I
his
need to
moments.
see.
Oh no, it was a good. It was back and forth, tough fight.
And what I was gonna say is, what you never really know what to expect with boxing is coming into today. People said Inoue by knockout, David by decision. It
Yes.
flips. Inoue gets the decision. David gets the knockout victory, and David Benavidez,
Now unified champion.
fan of him or not, that is the man that is taking over the mantle once Canelo's done.
Now
It was a great performance. He had to deal with a little bit, like Matt said, he had to earn it. It just wasn't a steamroll. He had things he had to make an adjustment, like you called for.
Yeah, no, he faced some adversity, faced some
A few things he might want to clear, like he tried to get square a few times,
yeah,
which caught him in trouble. But I'm sure that's something that they can go back and look at and work on.
yeah, just staying disciplined all the way
I
through.
mean, but
Look at that, look at that eye.
Yeah, that thing is broken. Some form of orbital break.
And
and he showed good power too.
Yeah. Yeah, David Benavidez is now unified cruiserweight champion of the world. He'd have to move up in the pound for pound status also, no?
I don't believe so, David. Tell Junior too, real quick. Tell Junior to go out.
I mean, but that's his third weight class.
Junior.
Beat a unified champion. He'd have to move up a little bit from where he's at 6. Bevo hasn't fought. He's barely about to come back.
But no, I wouldn't move him up in the pound for pound because Zurdo. I didn't ever consider Zurdo a pound for pound type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
But
And I get that, but it's simply the accomplishment of what he just achieved.
yeah, again, pound for pound is not that. That's a TBV narrative that they've tried to rerun with the pound for pound rankings. That's not how pound for pound works. David, if anything, may move up a spot if you're doing pound for pound the way it's supposed to. But Zurdo wasn't a guy that was in anybody's pound for pound list.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, don't get it wrong. That's just a great performance.
Yeah, good performance by David Benavidez. Like I said, a very legacy stamping almost.
Well, like you said, to
performance.
go up, finally fight another bigger guy and still have the power to cause some damage, and he was able to take some of those shots too.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, some of them moved him a little bit. He was moving with some of those,
Shots. He's going to be feeling it tomorrow.
but he was able to take them, and like you said, he had to make a few adjustments. Kind of strange when he was going to Southpaw, but man, what a performance!
Oh, here we go.
And so this is the part that you're at 200 pounds, calling out 168 pounders. After you've been told several times, no, the fight's not going to happen.
Let's see what he says.
And see, and then that's what I mean. Look, even Jim Gray is like,
Yeah, he's not trying to go back down to where
you're not-
Canelo.
if you're not coming to 168, shut the hell up, Yeah, Bevo's the fight for you,
Yeah.
Bev.
Yeah, the fight for him with Canelo would only come at 168 pounds. He's only going back to
And
175, which I don't even think he's going to do that. He'd have to stay up here. That's a lot of weight to cut back down.
Now here's the thing. You mentioned Canelo,
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned Better Beef, mentioned Bivol.
You did not mention
You
one
did not mention
Jai Opatai.
one name. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's the fight that needs to be made. That's the big fight.
Yes.
It's Jai Opataya and David Benavidez. That is a fight that would make either one of those guys be pound for pound number one in the world.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But still, great win for David Benavidez, proving that he did go up to cruiserweight. Now is the unified champion. We will see when he returns and what is in his future, because he's gonna need some. Like I said, this was not easy for him. He's gonna need some time off. He's gonna need to recover from this kind of fight. It was a tough fight. He did get the win. Does he stay at cruiserweight or light heavyweight? Not too many sexy big time names outside of Better Be Even Bevo. Less names at cruiserweight, mainly one for Jai. But that's a difficult fight with Sufa unless Netflix comes home with some money. But we shall see, guys. Justin, thoughts on the whole card, man? What you
Man, what
think?
a card! I mean, that card lived up to. I mean, that's a pay per view worthy card.
Yes.
If we're still going to be doing pay per views, put on a card like that, and people like us will be here every time.
Yeah.
So the whole card was good competitive fights. Even though Zurdo got stopped there, he had his moments in that fight where there was a few moments there you're like, oh, but
Yeah.
credit to Benavidez make his adjustments. But overall, what a card, man. Love to see it, especially in the summertime.
Definitely, man. Yeah, as we get into the off-season reports here on Talking About Radio, we will continue to cover the NBA playoffs. We're going to get ready to cover some softball. We take on our own baseball season here at home as we build up to the next big major fight, which is next month when Xander Zayas defends his unified 154 titles against Jerome Boots Ennis. We will also be live for the spectacle that will be that White House card as we look
A
towards the
spectacle.
to the NBA finals as well. In between that, as we get closer and closer to the NFL season. Final thoughts, guys, as we sign off here tonight covering the fight.
Man, great night of fights, man. Great performance, great statement made from David Benavidez. I'm not mad at chasing Bivol or Better Be of next, but the fight to make is 100% going to be David Benavidez and Jael Fataya. Um, that's just you know that's a no brainer. Great card all together though, man. The matchmaking for this card was impeccable.
Mm-hmm.
This was a pay per view card, man. This was worthy of my time, worthy of Justin making the trip up here.
Yes.
And, we need more
Absolutely.
cards like this.
Absolutely. Justin, final thoughts before we sign off here?
Same thing, man. Great card. Pay per view worthy. Worth the drive to come out here and be on live. Like and subscribe. Always. That way, it help us know that we want to do more of these.
Definitely.
Be excited to do more. But yeah, I'm sure we'll be on this week. Hopefully to discuss the craziness that's coming with the
Yes.
NBA playoffs. Well, we just got through the draft, so
Yep.
more fights to come, more content to come. Like and subscribe, man, and great night.
That's right. We will be back Monday here on Talking About Radio to discuss the first round that was in the NBA playoffs. The dust has settled in the NFL as Justin just said the draft taking place. George Pickens has signed his franchise tag. We await just the schedule now to see who plays when,
Pretty much.
as we have hyped up this broadcast later in the year as the Cowboys and Texans will play each other in Dallas, right? It's a Dallas game or it's a Houston game?
I believe it's in Dallas, but I
It's a
could be
Dallas
wrong.
game. Dallas
Yeah.
game. But like I said, till Monday, ladies and gentlemen, I am Matt Garces here talking about radio. Like and subscribe, YouTube, Twitch. Thanks for joining us. We will be back on Monday. Peace.